Glitch the guarantee. E&E. Put your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You getting misplaced. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy. When it's sick of me, I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, info comes to Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through transparency. Heard his self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like Glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Butcher boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. At first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Flow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more than measure. Shave the extras, that's business. Started feed street blues, what I taught. Royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind. Knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines. It was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated ultras, Rio Fern, Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turning to frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane outside. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they be harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look lean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you was asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Get her ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the VVS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's
tickets.
go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Yeah, what up? It's the man about town, Virgil, aka Stacks with the Facts. We going in today. Second screen of the day. You understand me? Well, we definitely ain't playing no game.
Guarantee.
Well, we gonna get to it tonight.
E&E.
Y'all can believe that.
2020 got me seeing so clear.
Walk with us, man. Hit that like button, man. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Support your interest, man.
Lost and Glitch.
You can't let them hijack our history, man.
We cool,
not
nigga.
Gonna happen. Not on my watch anyway. Who with?
This is the cool. We on the rise now. Middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling hay, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down, and we listening to top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit that you fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Spalding. Ball looking for the fall in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in. While you all talking, we smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit. Kill him in vain is vanity. Do it again, it's insanity. Nauseous a real vigilante. Killing these kids is plan B. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Blowing on leaves in these planted trees. Don't break the code, this family. We cutting off legs like amputees.
Cutting off legs like amputees, man. King L's in the building. What it do, man? Blade Monger, what it do, man? Uncle Diggity, what it do, man? XL Pro, what it do, man? Everybody out there in the clouds, man. What's going on with y'all? How y'all doing today, man? E&E Tuesdays, y'all know we here. We gonna talk about it, right? Oh yeah, we gonna definitely get to it for sure tonight. There ain't no mistake about it. You feel me? How many of y'all watched that Drink Champs episode with Crazy Legs on it? We gonna get to it. Don't even trip. We definitely gonna get to it. Don't even trip, y'all. We are going to get to it. Please believe me. Right? Now, how did y'all like last night's show? Right? I hope y'all learned something. Right? I hope that y'all be on the lookout for stuff like this in y'all city. You know what I mean? You already know, man. I hope that, you know what I'm saying, some things were made clear last night. I hope that you was able to have some clarity regarding such things that we discussed last night. There's levels to this, man. And, you know, we got to make sure we put up on game and make sure we putting our peoples up on as much game as possible so everybody can be well informed on what's going on out here, man, especially considering these demonic entities, man. You hear me? And we can't allow ourselves to be duped by under the disguise of something being cool or being different or getting away from its roots, which is based and rooted in Luciferianism, Satanism, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be on the lookout for stuff like that in y'all's areas, man. Like I say, man, I wasn't there. It was a pretty much unanimous decision last night that after watching the video, tapping in, right, and seeing me break it down in the way in which we broke it down, it's clear to see that most critical thinking people wouldn't be willing to take their kids to a place like Otherworld, especially after last night, after listening over here. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to break things down, man. We're going to get to it. We ain't going to sugarcoat nothing, and we're going to keep it straight like how it is. Hold on real quick, y'all. I don't know how Goofies want to call in a minute. Yeah, my bad, y'all. Y'all know how them little calls and stuff, man. That wasn't nobody on no bull stuff. They actually had something decent to talk about, but I'm doing a show, and that's not really important right now. So, you feel me? You did tap in and walk with us, y'all. How did y'all like last night's show? All right. Hope y'all enjoyed it, man. I know I did, and I enjoyed breaking them things down with y'all like that, man. Yeah, man. I mean, he said underworld. See, when you're in the underworld, like niggas, shut up, man. Niggas in the streets don't talk like that, man. Talk about some we in the underworld. Man, shut that lame ass shit. That nigga said, see, because when you're in the underworld, when you're in the underworld, you know, you gotta do this, man. Shut up. That nigga leave, that nigga, you feel me? God damn it. That nigga ain't in the pretender, ain't got a street bone in his body. Talking about some underworld. Talking about some seeing the underworld. Like, nigga, shut up. and don't get it mistaken or messed up, though. Ain't nothing cool about being out here in these streets, man. That's not something to be paraded, championed, venerated, talked about as if it's a badge of honor. Whenever you hear me speak about my times in the streets, it's not with disdain. It's more like putting y'all up on game on what not to do. You know what I'm saying? I would never encourage a young brother or any sister, anybody to be out here in these streets selling dope, running around crazy and stuff like that, because you going to jail. All right. Now, unless you don't have a problem with risking going to jail to get some money for clout and all that weak ass, whack ass street fame and street cred, you don't have at it. Right? But me personally, been there, done that. I'm good. Right. Yeah. I couldn't agree more, man. Right. And we got to get out of that lame ass. Oh, you talking about this person you hate, man? Shut that shit sound lame as hell to me, man. That should be sounding so lame when I hear y'all say that lame ass shit. You sound like a hater. Everything gotta be hate with y'all, man. Hate. Remember when Dave Chappelle had the hating Olympics? Huh? The hating Olympics or something, the hater, whatever. The hater awards, the player hater awards. Some of you niggas need to get a player hater award, man. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, though, man, we're gonna get to it tonight, man. You know what I'm talking about? Here we go with this guy again, man. You feel me? Let me put my phone on the charger real quick because I ain't gonna play no video. I'm gonna play the audio. But by the time I get done rolling up, you know what I'm talking about? My phone gonna be charged enough. We're gonna get straight to it, man. Now, this ain't the first time, ain't the second or third time, fourth time, none of that. And I don't think it's gonna be the last time that we're gonna hear this rhetoric, especially coming from Joseph Cartagena. I'm about to stop calling these dudes. I'm about to start calling these dudes by their rap names, start calling them by their government names, man. Joseph Cartagena or Cartagena, right? This guy grew up in the Bronx, New York, close proximity to black folks, but you know, the part of the Bronx where he from, mostly Puerto Rican, right? Not saying that he didn't grow up around FBA'S, but you know, it was more so Puerto Ricans, right? And I'm gonna just say this, man, right? And rest assured, let's just make this clear. I ain't got nothing against my Puerto Rican brethren and sisters. I love y'all to death, man. Love y'all to death. One of the reasons why I'm having this show tonight is just to let you know that I got hella love for my Puerto Rican brethren and sisters. It ain't even nothing like that. This is just correcting, checking, chastising, you hear me? And setting its proper structure order. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with some straightening, right? And we guys got to let y'all know that y'all had absolutely nothing to do with the creation, forming, developing, right? I'm going to take develop, forming, creating anything to do with this thing we call hip hop. Absolutely, there's nowhere in Puerto Rican history where this music or any progenitor genre of music was being formed or created at around the same time or even before to prove such, right? And let's just be honest, man. You know, like I say, man, this is no disrespect, right? This is just facts, right? Puerto Ricans as a whole, y'all have absolutely not contributed anything to American popular culture at all. Not one thing. Not one. Huh? And if y'all did, we would say it's pun, right? Pun. The only, the first and only Puerto Rican rapper to actually go platinum, right? Nobody's done it before. Nobody did it up until he did it. Nobody's done it since. Not even Joseph Cartagena, right? Right? And I never really was a fan of Fat Joe's music, to be honest with you. You feel me? I'm gonna just be honest with y'all, man. He's just not that nice to me, man. I'm just, you know, we just gonna keep it 100, man. I'm just be 1,000 with y'all, man. Be real with y'all, man. Let's get this out the way before we even start digging into Crazy Legs and Paul's and dissecting his interview and statements he made on Drink Champs. Let me just say this, man. Right? And I mean, we gotta be real. Name one thing, and this is not a dig. This is not disrespect, disparage, any of that discrimination towards my Puerto Rican brethren and sistren. This is just facts and me asking an honest question. What, if any, has the Puerto Rican people contributed or contribute? What have they contributed to American society and culture? What? Outside of Big Pun, what have they contributed to American society and pop culture? What? Name me one thing, please, and I will wait. I'm about to run upstairs and go grab the rest of my Corona. You feel me? And I'm gonna let y'all sit up there and ponder on that. All right? Still no answer? All right, it ain't no disrespect, man. This is an honest question, man. A very honest question, man. All right? Seriously, man. And you know, I knew somebody was gonna say that, man. Right? Knew somebody was gonna say that, man. Oh, my fault. I thought I dropped the link, man. My fault, L. Fat Joe ain't nice, man. He ain't, man. Sorry, man. He got dope songs, but Fat Joe himself as an MC, trash. Name me one memorable Fat Joe bar. I want L to come up here. I'll drop the link, L. Name me one quotable, memorable Fat Joe bar. Fuck a verse, because he ain't got one. Let me hear a memorable Fat Joe bar. And don't say anything off of Lean Back, because Remy wrote that shit. You ain't gonna tell me nothing different. Remy had to write that. Fat Joe sucks, man. He's trash. Like, they'll be killing me with this shit, man. That ain't got nothing to do with it. So do Gucci Mane. So do Soulja Boy. Huh? So do fucking Little Uzi Vert. Them niggas is garbage. Niggas ain't nice. Lil Uzi Vert probably got the most popular popping song out right now, and he sucks. Not talented, in my opinion. Trash. Trash bag. Garbage. Garbino. Like I said, L, I dropped the link. L, oh no, I didn't. I'm bugging, man. What the hell? Thought I did. Damn, there go the link right there. Name me one quotable from Fat Joe. And I will wait. Name me one quotable from Fat Joe. Name me one. Name me one, man. Right? Yo, you sit up here. Huh? What was you trying to type? Yo, come up on the panel, bro. Right? King L's, what it do, man?
What up? What up?
What's the deal, man?
No, I'm chilling out, bro. Over here listening to you talk this blasphemy for a
I ain't
second.
talking no blasphemy. L, fuck all that bullshit you talking about. You name me one without Googling, without searching through your phone, off the top of your head. You name me one Fat Joe quotable right now.
Lean back.
Like I said, Remy wrote that shit, man. It don't count.
Lean back, man.
Like I said, man.
All the way up.
I know this nigga
All
L.
the way up.
Name one quotable. Name a quotable from there.
You ain't rocking with all the way up?
I said name one quotable bar from the verse he had on All the Way Up.
He's talking about pulling the
No, L, don't start this now, L. Don't do it. I'll mute your mic, man. You said that Fat Joe is one of the nicest niggas out, basically. He's trash. Name me one bar.
He ain't trash, bro.
From Fat Joe.
You can't say Fat Joe is trash.
Bro, I just said it. He's trash. Every song he had, man, what is that, man? What is that?
He's the only rapper.
You got some feedback going on, man.
He's the only rapper.
You got another window open or something?
Nah.
It's echoing real loud, like you got something going on over there.
Hold on, let me see. It is something echoing.
Yeah, though, man. Like I said, though, man, nothing against Fat Joe as far as him being an artist. Not saying that he hasn't had a successful career. Fat Joe is definitely good for a hit, maybe two every year. He hasn't been dropping no hits here lately. If he has, I ain't heard about it. But that one joint he just had with Chris Brown, what else? Like I say, man, he kind of been falling off here lately, right? His podcast was doing good. That shit is a wrap now, defunct. You know, and he's sitting up here promoting this goddamn Yeah, exactly. You hear me? Listen to what Blaine Walker said, man. Promote E&E, not Fat Joe, and get your audio right with God. your audio is out of the will of the Most High right now, man. Y'all hear this dude, L, man? That's my brother. I love him to death. I'll be like, bruh, you know what I'm talking about? Fat Joe, you can't name one quotable from this nigga, Fat Joe. Not one. You can't name one quotable bar. Fuck a verse. You can't name one quotable bar. Every hit that Fat Joe has had that charted or was popular, he had featuring somebody. Not one was by himself.
Hey, we ain't gonna talk about the record.
Like I sit up there and said, man, we could talk
We ain't
about
gonna talk about the record.
Hey, listen here, Ed. We don't give a damn about basketball over here at Real Talk. We don't care about basketball. We don't care about
but that was a dope ass bar. You said name a dope bar though.
Teams. We don't care about Fat Joe and the Terror Squad holding it down at Rucker Park for whatever years. We don't give a damn about that.
But that was
with the music.
But that was you said name a classic bar. That was the bar that he went at Jay-Z, and that was a dope ass bar.
What was the bar again?
Wait, he was like, "Hey, we ain't gonna talk about the record."
Man, L, you be reaching for real, bro. Nobody remembers that bar. No one remembers that.
You don't remember it.
No, I remember the bar. Nobody remembers that bar, L. That's not a quotable. When we don't.
That is a quotable bar. That was him and Jay-Z's beef.
No one does that. Nobody even remember Jay-Z's and Fat Joe Buck. That's how insignificant his rap game is. His rap career is.
Well, a lot of people ain't really tapped into the old school rap. No, like, we was tapped in, so you can't say that. A lot of people
there said it, bro. Fat Joe has sucked since he came out. He is not a nice MC. He has never been a favorite MC of mine. I can't name one song that I know by heart of his verse. Not one.
Well, see, I listen to Terror Squad.
All his albums were lackluster at best. He's never even dropped a platinum album.
Don Cartagena damn near had to be popular.
Don Cartagena was all right, but the only reason why it was pop because
Jealous Ones Indies had to be
artists.
No, it wasn't.
What song? Okay, L, name me the song Fat Joe had solo by himself that was a hot song, popular song, chart-topping song. Name it.
That's hard to do with a lot of artists, though. It's just solo.
No, we're not talking about a lot of artists. We're talking about Joseph Cartagena.
I mean, Lean Back was originally his.
Nah, Elsie, let me tell y'all something.
Lean Back was originally his, and then he threw Winnie on it.
Sometimes L does things to be trolling and just to have a conversation going. Now, sometimes he really be believing the shit that he's saying. No, L really thinks that Fat Joe is nice. He think he's top tier, and he still can't come up with a memorable bar.
Nigga, that Don Cartagena, we literally all we rode to with that for that whole year was that Don Cartagena. That was one of the best albums that year. That Don Cartagena was one of the best albums that year.
Two popular singles off of Don Cartagena.
And the whole album was fire. The whole album was fire.
The whole album wasn't fire, bro. Like, seriously, bro. I can't remember one song off of there other than Live This Lifestyle and goddamn it, Live This Lifestyle.
Was that what's that song he had? Live This Lifestyle might not even been on that one.
Okay, see,
that wasn't even on that one.
Was that off of Don Cartagena or what that's off of Hossa?
Bro, I'm sorry, bro. That Don Cartagena, there's no way you're going to convince
me. I'm not listening to what I'm saying, Hell. Don't take what I'm saying. No, I'm not saying that Don Cartagena wasn't a decent
album. That was a dope
fire. It's not a classic album. It's just not. You can skip through them. You can put Don Cartagena in and bang it from start to finish. You're going to skip some shit.
Hip hop, no, not on that album. That album was really.
You probably ain't going to skip nothing. Okay, let's ask the people then. This is what we're going to do. Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat.
How about we play some tracks and then you let the people, because the people probably don't remember.
I'm not playing no tracks over here because
they probably don't remember. Like 95, bro.
I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not doing that.
It was a 95 album.
Fat Joe.
And you're gonna ask people that probably ain't listen.
And a long
listen,
ass
bro.
comment.
L, stop. Let me stop you, L. Let me stop you. Everybody in the comment section right now is 40 plus, 35 plus, nigga.
And I'm pretty sure they banged that Don
around.
Carter.
Blade Monger was around. XL
John
Pro
Blaze
was around.
Niggas was bumping that John Blaze. There's no way niggas wasn't telling me they weren't bumping that John Blaze.
Man,
it had everybody you loved on the East Coast.
Though?
It had Method Man, Ray.
Who was on the John Blaze track with him, though?
Huh?
Who was on the John Blaze track with him, though?
So what? He ripped the shit too. So it wasn't like he was no flash on the track.
Like I said,
it was his track and it was a dope ass track. Hold on.
That nigga Uncle Diggity said, hey, Uncle Diggity said, hey,
everybody gotta put the pom-poms away, bro. You gotta be real.
Listen though. Uncle Diggity said L must be related to Fat Joe. He said L related to Joe. He said L and Joe related.
Y'all niggas, man.
Come on, man. Listen here, y'all. I'm not ever gonna shit on Fat Joe's career like he hasn't had an influence, like he ain't dropped some good music. I would never say that about Fat Joe. But as a top tier artist, one of the nicest, top even 20, 30, hell no, man.
No, I wouldn't put him in none of that neither.
That nigga don't got no memorable bars. He don't have memorable quotables, verses, features, none of that shit.
He do. No, I'm not even gonna get into it.
But he doesn't. I mean, you might like Fat Joe yourself, L.U. I'm talking about as a whole. Nobody listens to Fat Joe's music. Sorry. Outside of New York, niggas ain't banging Fat Joe. Niggas ain't riding down the street banging Fat Joe. Even when Fat Joe was popping, niggas wasn't riding down the street banging Fat Joe.
Nigga, he just had a radio hit with old boy last summer that was playing on the radio all last summer.
Them 2 songs was playing on the radio.
That just had a joint last year.
Outside of New York, niggas was not banging Jose. Niggas was not banging Don Cartagena.
Bro, you are tripping. He just dropped a joint album with old boy.
Remember, L, you ain't gonna tell me you're not more of a hip hop head than me, nigga.
And so you telling me he didn't just have a hit record playing all last summer?
What, with Chris Brown?
No, it wasn't with Chris Brown. It was a dude
who was on it.
He did the record with the dude that produced the record. Hold on.
Who?
We about to find you.
That flat out, man. Fat
Just
Joe.
because you don't remember and you don't know.
I don't remember it. Refresh my memory. Somebody in the chat. Hey, listen. Chat room. Hold on. Stop. Chat room.
He just
had
this
song that L talking about. What's this song? Y'all remember it?
He just literally had a joint.
Do y'all remember the song that Fat Joe put out last summer that was popping? Do y'all remember it? With DJ Khaled? Like, huh?
No, it wasn't on Khaled, but he does have a lot of records with Khaled, but that wasn't it. Hold on. I'm about to get it right now. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
This nigga L be reaching. You be reaching sometimes.
No, nigga, I listen to music. Nobody listens to music. You know.
Now, bro.
Nobody listens to music.
I'm not saying that Fat Joe didn't have a hot hit album out last year. I'm not saying I'm not saying that he didn't have.
I get paid to play music.
Huh?
I get paid to play music. Trust and believe I do this.
I understand all that. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I don't give a damn about what's paying in the fucking club. The club don't determine what a fire album or hot MC is.
But how you just want to say he ain't had no hit record? And I just told you.
I didn't say he didn't have a hit record. I said I didn't hear his hit record.
That's what I'm saying. But then you're gonna say you more tapped into me. How you gonna say you more tapped into me?
I am though. I'm not tapped into popular music like that.
I tap into all music.
I tap into all music too, but this is what I'm telling you. I don't remember no hit song from Fat Joe last summer. I just don't remember it. So
well, I do. That's why I'm here to help you out with that. That's why I'm here to help you so you don't go off the edge too far.
I ain't never going off the edge. I don't give a damn if he dropped a platinum song today. That don't take away what I'm saying. He's trash as an MC by himself. Trash. Name one song. Listen, name one song Fat Joe dropped that went quadruple whatever platinum around the world, and he dropped it by himself without a feature from anybody. Name it. He hasn't done it to this date. He can't do it to this date. He ain't that nice. He ain't that talented. He lucky.
Hold on, I'm about to
convince me that Fat Joe nice. He ain't nice. Yeah, he's a lackluster MC at best. At best.
Whenever you're in Dubai, we have a zoo in the house. We got tigers hunting.
Hell, that shit sounds trash, bro.
Pulled up in the big boy drop to the big boy yacht. Too many paddock for late to make the big boys watch. Feel a sweet. Ask Big Meats what he know about Joe. I'm flying like
Hell, bro, I'm sorry, bro. That is not helping, bro.
I'm not gonna do this to me today. Not my Joe, bro. You can talk.
Hell, that shit is whatever you playing. That shit is not
going.
Out, bro.
That shit went all last summer, the whole summer too.
I don't remember hearing that song once last summer.
That's what I'm saying. And you wasn't even going out because that was getting played everywhere.
Like I said, I don't remember hearing that song once. I don't give a damn if I go out once. I should have heard that song at least once.
That song was all over every radio. So that's what I'm saying, bro. That song was literally on every playing.
Who was featured on that song with him though?
No, that was him and Dre. They did a Cool It. Remember dude from Cool and Dre?
Okay, like I said, so that just brings more validation to what I said. He does not have a hot, popular song with him alone by himself. More proof to show that he's a lackluster MC.
Lean Back originally was just him, and then he added.
Where's the Lean Back with just him on it, man?
I thought Remy got on after with the remix.
Hell, you be killing me with this for real, bro. Seriously, man.
All right. You know what's crazy? Hold up. You said the
bro,
song.
You're reaching right now. You're reaching.
Hold up, no, you reaching because what song?
I'm not reaching. I'm not saying anything that's not true.
Did you not just say validatable? Hold up, you mentioned My Lifestyle, right?
That was a hot popular song. Who was on that song with him though?
Nobody.
Who was on that song with him, bro? Seriously.
Nobody
was on that song with him. Are you serious right now?
Nobody was on My Lifestyle.
Kiss was on that song with him.
Who?
Jada Kiss.
Not on My Lifestyle. No, you talking about a different joint, bro. My Lifestyle.
Man.
Y'all wanna live my lifestyle? Hey, bro. I'm just telling you.
Okay, so I'm getting my song. That's not the song with Kiss on it.
And FloJo. And FloJo was his first hit. That was him, Dolo. Bro, I just think you're reaching a little bit. Envy was.
No, I'm not reaching at all. Fat Joe fucking is a lackluster MC.
I'm
not reaching at all.
Dope.
Fat Joe is not your go-to guy. He's not a feature artist. There's not too many people that have Fat Joe have a song featuring Fat Joe. It's always Fat Joe featuring. Fat Joe is not who you call up to hop on the track. FloJo was not a hit, L. It was not a hit record at all.
In the 90s, it was.
No, not even in the 90s. It did not. It was not a hit record.
That's what Goki know.
It was a popular record. It wasn't a hit
That's what
record.
Goki know, though, right? What?
Yeah, it was a popular record,
that's the song to put him in.
It didn't even chart.
Well, back then that was different. Nothing charted for hip hop.
Everything charted back then. Yes,
not for
niggas was charting back then, bro.
Not really, bro.
No, really, fun. The real, I call you fun. Really, L. Niggas was charting back then. Niggas was actually going platinum back then, selling CDs and stuff like that. L, we were there too, bro. We remember. We were there. I was there. Fat Joe is a lackluster MC at best. At best, he has a lot of popular records, a few hit records. For the most part, 1 to 10 MC, a 5, maybe even a 4. Now, if anybody disagrees with me, put a 1 in the chat. If you agree with L, put a 2 in the chat. Like, Fat Joe don't get props like that on the fucking East Coast. Where he from? OG, what it do, man? Niggas don't fuck with Fat Joe like that. Nigga in New York, in the Bronx, niggas listen to Pun. Niggas fuck with niggas like fucking Cuban Link and all that shit before they fuck with Fat Joe. Yeah. I'm taking away from old Joseph, man. He's a decent MC. He's an okay, mediocre tier MC. He's not known for dropping thought-provoking, thought-changing bars. Right? Got a couple hit songs or a couple popular songs, right? But when we think about bars, quotables, we don't even mention Fat Joe. We don't even mention his name. When niggas mention their top tier list MCs, Fat Joe don't get mentioned.
No, he's not gonna be. But it's a lot of cats that ain't mentioned it.
Exactly, and they all in the same league, just like goddamn it, Fat Joe.
No, there's only a couple of elite cats out there, bro. Come on,
Fat Joe's not an elite cat, man. I'm sorry, he's not.
I wouldn't say
elite MC
I wouldn't say he's elite. But you saying like he's just a whack rapper. And
I'm not saying he's whack. I'm saying he's lackluster. He's mediocre. He's B-list.
Nah, Cuban Link
maybe
wasn't
even C-list.
Yeah, Cuban Link was like a singing nigga, wasn't he? Cuban Link wasn't that.
Man, Cuban Link wasn't nice. I'm just saying, him and Fat Joe was equal.
No.
Yes.
Cuban Link, he had one good album, and it was like, all right.
Fat Joe had what, 2, 3 good albums?
He had like 4. He had like 4.
Over the span of a 20+ year career?
But shit, how many other people got good albums there's more than 4 albums? Is dope.
A lot?
No. It's not that many nice niggas. No, it's not.
A whole bunch. A whole bunch.
Who? Name it. Outside of Jay-Z?
Just go to New York. Cam.
Shit, not even Cam, no. Niggas don't even say Nas got that many nice albums.
Yes, Cam got a solid 4 good albums. Nas, Jay, DMX.
I give Cam a solid 3. No, DMX got a solid 3.
Bundles.
Who?
Styles P, Jadakiss.
Who did you say before?
I said Stack Bundles, nigga.
Stack Bundles don't even got a fucking album. Now you just naming niggas, bro. He don't got an album.
You said name niggas. You said name niggas. I'm naming niggas from New York especially.
That he don't even got an album.
Who don't got an album?
Stack Bundles never put an album.
He got hella albums out. He ain't got a studio album from a record label. We got hella underground albums out though.
He got mixtapes.
Them is albums, bruh.
Oh my gosh, man. Are we really doing
albums? They're not studio.
No, he was doing over other niggas' beats.
Albums, but they're albums nonetheless.
He couldn't release them as albums because they were over other niggas' beats.
Hello?
Yeah. My man bugging, y'all. I get now. Big Pun is like one of my favorite.
Joe show for real tonight either though.
I
get back to this.
Look, the Big Pun was really nice.
We're about to get the crazy legs in a second though, but
the thing is, see, that's how I know great mother you can't be listening to Fat Joe because his girly songs is few and far in between. Fat Joe's a street rapper, bro. Like he really is a street rapper. Like I know niggas in New York.
Don't mean nothing, man. He's a mediocre, lackluster street rapper. That's what he is.
With a lot of hits and longevity.
Not nobody who people go to get a feature. He's not
but they'll get him for the feature.
He's not mentioning anything. He's good for maybe a hot song every year.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But who else can say they do that?
There's a lot of people that can say they do that, man.
No, there's nobody that puts out a good song every year. There's very few artists that can say they do that. Niggas take years off. Fat Joe is one of these niggas that actually does that. There's not too many niggas, bro. Not too many niggas.
And he can't do it by himself. He can't do it by himself, and he hasn't done it by himself.
This nigga been doing it for almost 30 years now. Over 30 years.
Not by himself. He needs to be carried.
It don't matter if you could put together a hit song every year. I don't care if you need to have a feature or whatever. He is one of the only cats that can say that he's done that for a consistent 30 years. There's not many, not even Jay-Z could say that he's carried that consistency that long. Maybe a Black Thought. I could say a Black Thought is the only cat that I could say.
To say Black Thought don't put out a hot song every year.
But he is relevant every year. He at least put out some dope tracks every year.
So what I'm saying is, regardless of him putting out a hot song every year, that's basically being pushed by the hotter artists.
And that's why I give Fat Joe even more props, like you said, because
that doesn't take away the fact that he's a lackluster MC at best, 5, maybe a 4. He don't got no quotables. He don't got no remember rules or nothing like that. He's not mentioned in any type of greats or legends or anything. Not taken away from him or none of that, but he really done jeopardize all that when he talking all this shit. He talking currently for the past year or two, right? With all this fucking Latinos and Puerto Ricans Puerto Ricans in New York help to co-create hip hop. Well, that is an utter goddamn lie from the pit of hell, right? Now, how many of y'all watched that Drink Champs interview with Crazy Legs? You hear what my man Uncle Diggity said? I couldn't have said it better. If Fat Joe were fully black, he'd be Gorilla Zoe or OJ the Juice Man or something like that.
I can't even say that because them niggas can't even make songs. Like Gorilla Zoe,
if Fat Joe was black, he'd be Gorilla Zoe, man.
Shit. You know, we got invited to that after party with Gorilla Zoe.
I fuck with Gorilla Zoe, man. Gorilla Zoe is actually a very talented MC, man.
Not really, but I mean that's
really is. I work with Gorilla Zoe personally.
He got some dope songs.
He writes for a lot of them niggas in Atlanta, man. A lot of them niggas in Atlanta.
He got some dope songs.
He writes for a lot of them niggas in Atlanta. Let me come up. Gorilla Zoe writes for a lot of them niggas in Atlanta. A lot of them niggas.
It surprises me when you get props to.
A couple times, you know, he fuck with Columbus real heavy, and she actually is a good.
Yeah, he does fucks with the O heavy. That's when I first seen him.
He said, "Hold on, Gorilla Zoe dropped 28 mixtapes in 28 days." Oh yeah, that's fire. I didn't know about that.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't get it, man. Maybe we just all got different musical tastes because I'm a night.
I love
90s hip hop.
I mean that
I love that old
saying,
school. I listen to Big L. Big L, one of my favorite rappers. Y'all probably hate Big L too, dude.
No, nobody. See, that's the thing, Nobody hates Big L. Big L is actually a legend. Big L got quotables, man. Big L got memorables, man.
Hold up, man. Fat Joe was on.
Fat Joe does not.
In the Crates. Digging in the Crates was one of the best albums in the 80s.
Oh my God! Like you hear this nigga L talk, I knew he was about to bring the DITC into
man,
it.
Y'all
he wasn't spitting memorable bars back then.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all wasn't.
Hey, L, spit me a memorable Fat Joe verse.
Nigga, I'll just go to the whole album. Now that album wasn't dope. Now that album wasn't dope either.
L, stop.
Was the album dope?
Stop. L, stop.
Was it?
L, stop.
Bro, I can't spit you a Jay-Z verse right now.
L, stop and spit me a Fat Joe verse right now.
I can't even spit you a Nas verse right now.
Stop it, L. I can.
Well, that's you.
Exactly. Because Nas has numerals.
I can't spit Big L verse for you right now. I can't spit a Raekwon verse. I can't spit a Ghostface verse.
So I'm gonna do you one better.
I can't spit anything.
Spit me a hot 4 bars from Fat Joe.
I could pull up. Well, I mean, I could pull up whole song. Why do I gotta pull up nothing? Why do I gotta spit a verse?
Out your memory.
Bro, I'm a fan of a lot of niggas that I can't just come off the top.
That conversation is done. Okay, that's done.
You asking the nigga that's been indulging today.
Hey, as of right now, we're done talking about Fat Joe. Now we on the Crazy Legs, man.
Who's Crazy Legs?
Now this dude Crazy Legs, y'all. All right.
Who the fuck is this?
How many of y'all have actually said?
Oh, Blade Munger, I'm good, bro. I'm just not gonna take the disrespect because I grew up in the 90s. I'm a 90s hip hop.
I did too. I'm older than you.
DITC was one of my favorite albums. Like shit, I rock with all them niggas. You have the Preems, the Big L's, the Cam. I was rocking with
DITC too.
You know what I mean? Murder Mace. Before y'all knew the like he said, before
Hell, you're not the only one who was hip to D. We all are hip to DITC, bro.
So I listen to all that shit, bro.
Not only L. Let's just get this clear. Hold on. Stop. Let's get this clear. L. We are all hip to DITC.
I'm not quite sure everybody is. You might be hip to them. I'm not.
No,
sure
we are. We're not the only people who grew up listening to DITC, bro.
Well, everybody in our era don't know about DITC.
I'm pretty sure guys are aware of guys like Big L.
Ask them if they know about DITC.
Pretty sure you guys know about all these guys from Fat Joe.
Tell them to name them.
I'm pretty sure y'all know about the Digging in the Crates crew, man.
Bloodshed, all them.
I'm talking about fucking Bloodshed.
Nah, Cameron wasn't better than Mace. Not
the
Murder
homie,
Mace.
other homie name, Digger. You feel me? Cam. You
Name
feel
them
me?
all. Let me hear them.
I mean, I'm just saying, like the LB killing me with that.
I
Like,
don't even think they probably
people
even
are
rock
hip
with
to
Guru.
DITC. We weren't the only people listening to DITC, man.
You think they was listening to
they were
Gangstar
known all
and
over the
Guru?
world, bro.
You think they was rocking with Guru, Gangstar?
You know what I'm saying? Like
The
everybody was listening to that stuff. We all from the same era, man.
But everybody ain't rock with it. A lot of niggas to this day don't even know about the boot camp clique.
Young niggas don't know about the boot camp clique. Guys from our era know about the boot camp clique, bro.
Niggas don't fuck with the Coco brothers.
They don't fuck with it, but they know about it. They remember it. We all remember it. We was there. Uncle Diggity said I used to DJ too. Niggas is hit to the DITC. Niggas is hit to Lords of the Underground. Niggas is hit the brand Nubian. Niggas is hit the main source. Niggas is hit to all of that shit. Niggas is hit to that shit. Unfortunately, Fat Joe is a lackluster MC.
Children of the Corn. See, Children of the Corn, that's Murder Mace and Cam.
Okay, we're done talking about that. We're about to talk about this this dude fucking Crazy Legs. Let me pull this up for y'all, man.
Hey, me too. Hey, Uncle Diggity. That's why I'm so passionate about it, bro. Hey, because I really breathe this shit, bro. Like I DJ for shit. I'm going on over 20 years now. DJing, but before that, that's all we love, and that's all we rock with. We're straight. Like if I would have showed you my CD books, bro, I had books filled up, thousands and thousands and thousands of CDs, bro. I bought every mixtape, man. Like literally, my music catalog is still one of the crazy. You know what I mean?
This nigga Crazy Legs was talking crazy, man.
Yeah, OG. Children of the Corn was dope, but that DITC, go back and rock to that. That's one of the dopest.
That was all collective. Children of the Corn, Lord Finesse.
Lord Finesse. Woo, one of the dopest niggas.
Goddamn it, Brand Nubian. There's a whole bunch of collective niggas in DIT. Fat Joe. Plum was doing a couple of songs on that shit. Fucking
man.
Who else fuck with them niggas, man? Fucking I think Mace was involved with the DITC too.
That's when he was Murder Mace.
That's when he was Murder Mace, motherfucking
yeah.
I don't even think X was fucking with the DITC.
Man, it was a lot of niggas. It was an East Coast
thing. It was a collective of them niggas, man.
That's why I'm saying for Fat Joe, that group, the group was only Fat Joe, Big L, Lord Finesse. I think it was Guru, right? It was Gangstar. Yeah, huh? And that was pretty much it. And then everybody else pretty much fucked with him. But to me, it kind of showed how motherfuckers respected him because, like it or not, Fat Joe was one of the original niggas that started rapping. Like Fat Joe was rapping in the late 80s. He kind of he go back before a lot of niggas. Like before your Jay-Z's, before your Nas's, before some of your favorite artists. Fat Joe was that Jose was before all them niggas was, they was around. Jay-Z and them was around late 80s, but Fat Joe was actually doing that shit at that time. So that's why I pay respect to like LL Cool J. He's an unpopular dude that I rock with heavily that a lot of people don't rock with. But I'm like, look at LL Cool J, even the songs that he wrote. Like, he was one of the first lyrical cats that was making songs, staying to a whole subject, the whole song, on every song. Whether it was a chick song, whether it was I'm Bad, whatever it was. He made that one LH, the one track, damn, I always forget the name, but he's talking about cruising out in LA. Like, that's one of my favorite tracks. And like,
you talking about cars riding around with the booming system?
Yeah. Yeah. That nigga LL was the first nigga. That damn
that sample in there.
Whew, that motherfucker.
Vogue sample in there.
Yeah. LL, man, I put Fat Joe and LL kind of like in my longevity categories because it's like, damn, these niggas been doing it literally since the 80s.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on that though, but yeah.
Except Fat Joe is literally kept making hits every era. Every era he's made a hit. See, LL fell off early 2000, maybe like 2005-ish, whatever. But Fat Joe literally has held his torch and stayed relevant from the late 80s to now. And he's really the only nigga I could think that's really stayed that relevant through the whole time period of hip
I would never deny that he stayed relevant, but although he's relevant as he's being, he's still a lackluster MC at best, 5 top maybe.
But probably the most relevant nigga in hip hop if you go by years. You kind of look at him like LeBron in basketball. You know?
I wouldn't say all that. I wouldn't say all that.
I mean, I wouldn't say because the stat wise, because he ain't putting up the same numbers.
I wouldn't say that.
I would give him like maybe a Kobe. I don't know, because he's been in the game so long. You gotta compare him to a nigga that's put up consistent numbers their whole career from start to finish. I mean, it's not too many niggas I know that could say that. That's why I got a respect for Fat Joe, because he's put up the same consistent numbers. Whether Virgil says he's here or there, he stayed at a point to where he's made himself relevant in every year, every era in hip hop since the late 80s to now. And he's found a way to adjust and make a hit record in every era. And even niggas like Jay-Z is taking time off in the era. You know what I mean?
I respect all that though, but he's still a lackluster MC at best, maybe 4 or 5. He's not that nice with the bars. He has no memorable or quotables. He's not mentioning any names or circles.
But he has memorable songs. Shouldn't that count?
No, it doesn't. Especially if we don't remember the song for him.
I mean, but you do. Lean Back, even though Remy's on it, is his song.
When you think about the song Lean Back, you ain't thinking about Fat Joe's verse on there.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Drop that Lean Back without Remy, that shit would have did nothing.
I can't say that.
I can.
But it was a dope track. I just think that was a dope track.
It was a dope track. And Remy made it dope. Fat Joe didn't make it dope. Remy did.
It was
it's basically Remy featuring Fat Joe.
Nah, he had 2 verses on there.
I can't remember a bar from either one.
I just told you a bar where he was talking about.
I said I can't remember a bar from either one, and that bar was like, yeah.
It was dope because
it's not a fire bar. It's not a hot bar.
Bars to me get better when you know the actual meaning.
Even though I understand the beef between him and Jay, it's still a trash bar. It's still trash.
I thought but it was true and it was dope.
Even though it's true, it's still trash.
I can't say it was trash. I liked it. It made me chuckle a little bit.
The bar's true. Listen, you can say some real shit. That don't mean it's some fly shit.
Why not? It was fly for the moment.
Hell, it just wasn't, L. Nobody will agree with you on that. You're the only person that thinks that was a fire bar.
Obviously, I'm not the only person because the song went like 10 times platinum or some shit.
Because of Remy.
I can't say
Remy. If Remy wasn't on that song would have went barely gold, maybe.
But why can't Remy make more hot songs and he's still making hot platinum songs every year? Make it rain.
I don't know. You asked the question. She's a way nicer artist than him. She's way nicer than him. Now Remy got quotables. Remy got memorables.
Yeah, she do, but I couldn't even tell you. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a nigga that's going.
You can't tell me Fat Joe's either, but he's more popping. So what are you talking about?
She's not more popping.
I'm saying that.
She's not more popping.
I never said she was.
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
No, I said she's a better MC than him for sure.
Hands down. Yeah.
That's all I said. I never said there's no point in time was Remy more popping than Fat Joe. But when we think of the song Lean Back, we're not listening to that song because of Fat Joe. We're listening because of Remy. It's popular because of Remy.
You're going to say it's a Fat Joe song.
No, I mean, you're going to say it's a Fat Joe song, but I'm just saying in reality, we only listen to it because Remy's on it. So in essence, it's really a Remy
I don't think
song.
that's the one. No, that's not the only reason we listen to it because it's a dope track, bro.
Like I said, okay, so let's solve this right now. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. If that song was popular in your opinion because it was a hot track or because fucking Remy Martin was on it.
Yeah, it was just a hot track, bro.
Okay, so put a 1 in the chat.
Lean back. The
Put
fucking
a 1 in the chat if it was popular simply because it was a nice track, or put a 2 in the chat if it's hot because Remy's ass was on it.
the fucking
And
beat.
we all know that the track
The
blew up
beat
like
is
it
the
did
reason.
because Remy was on it.
Scott Storch might be the reason why the track was that hot because it was his fucking production.
Okay,
That
so
beat
like I
was
said, the track
crazy.
is even memorable and track is popular because of Remy Martin.
The
That's
beat
the
to
reason
me
why
was
it's
more
popular.
memorable than
That's the
anything.
reason why people know it.
The beat
That's the
to me
reason
was
what
the
makes
best
the
thing
song
about
hot.
it. I like the beat the most, honestly. The actual production of the track is what draw me to the track. It wasn't that in the hook. Lean back. You could have threw anybody on that. Lean back. Lean back.
Okay, I
You know
will
what I
say
mean?
that. Okay,
You,
I'll
you
agree
could have
that.
threw
I'll agree
anybody on that
that.
shit
It was
with
a
that.
hot track. It was a hot track.
When that track, bro, all you needed, you could have, I don't care, you could have threw anybody on that motherfucker with that hook and that instrumental, that Scott Storch beat.
Wayne Walker funny as hell.
That right there is cool.
Oh man. That's funny right there, man. She loved that a nigga live lavishly. Hey, she loved that a nigga live lavishly. My nigga said that's from 09, boy. You
Oh man.
hear me, Uncle Diggity, man? That nigga said that shit from 09. You hear me?
Wow.
He loved, my nigga OG said one and two. She loved that a nigga live lavishly. That sound like some 09 shit too. You hear me?
It's not really no Fat Joe argument because Fat Joe shit is cemented. That's my thing. I think me and Virgil talking about two totally different things.
We're not talking about two totally different
you
things. I'm
talking
saying
about
as
him
a
as
whole,
an MC.
we're not talking about two totally different things.
You're talking
I'm
about him as
saying
an
that
MC,
as a
right?
whole, Fat Joe is a I don't give a damn if he has the ability to make. He's a lackluster MC at best. 4, maybe 5. He has no memorable quotables, no memorable verses. He's not mentioned in those circles. He's not legendary status. That's all I'm saying.
And it all depends on how you looking at it. If you're looking at it as an
I'm
artist,
looking at it, that's what it is.
so he hasn't had a legendary hip hop career.
I never said that, man. I'm talking about bars. I'm talking about spitting. I'm straight rhyming.
Is he not the
lackluster MC? He has no legendary bars. Sorry, no. He
has legendary tracks and albums,
he
though,
got
right?
legendary songs with other people on them. Like
I
one or
mean,
two by itself, I think, maybe.
The one that you called out actually was crazy.
Okay,
I had to go back. I was going through it. I'm like, hold up, this is weird.
That one. I'm getting that song mixed. I was getting that song mixed up with the song with him and Kiss.
But you like that joint, obviously, because you brought it up.
I like that joint. I mean, I like the song, but I mean, like I said, over a 30-year career, that's like a one every what? Come on now. Like, I mean, let's just be real, man. Fat Joe standalone by himself right now. He's not going to drop a super platinum hit solo without no help from nobody. And he's definitely not going to do that on the whole album. It's not going to happen. Why? He just can't do it. He's not that nice. Sorry. Just ain't that nice. He's not that nice, B.
I advise y'all to go listen to Don Cartagena tomorrow. And we can discuss this more on Friday.
Man, that nigga
go listen to Don Cartagena.
We will never be discussing Fat Joe.
There's no way that y'all go. How do y'all even listen to Big Pun's album and be like, yo, like he was holding his own?
Big Pun was actually nice. He got quotables, memorables.
Nigga, Deep Cover, that whole song was dope.
Yeah, but it was dope because Pun's in it though, not because of Fat Joe.
Fat Joe was floating too.
No, the song is nice because of Pun, not because of Fat Joe.
Y'all just not gonna keep telling me that all these tracks are just nice because somebody else is on it, and he's
that's exactly what I'm telling you. That's exactly what I'm telling you, L.
Because you have to hold your own, and nobody ever said that he got lost on them songs.
It don't matter if he got lost. He's not. The song's not memorable because of him.
The song is memorable.
Listen, Joe does not. That song is not remembered because of Fat Joe. It's just not.
But I bet when that song come on, you rocking some Fat Joe's
what you bet. Hell, it don't matter what you bet. That song is not known or remembered for Fat Joe being on it. It's remembered for Pun being on it.
So Stacks, you don't rap none of Fat Joe's verse on there?
No, ever. I can't name you one of his niggas verses. You can't name me a Fat Joe verse. You haven't done it yet.
Hey, If you play deep cover, I'll start rapping and shit. I just
Oh man,
I
okay.
just
Like
can't
I
do it
said,
off
we're
the top
just
of my
like I
head.
said. Listen, we're gonna stop this right here. We're not
I'm a nigga who can do it
we're
off the
not
beat.
discussing
You need
lackluster
the beat.
ass bar having Fat Joe no more. We're done
You
talking about that.
know, there was no lackluster bars on deep cover, bro.
Every time Fat Joe spit, it's lackluster bars.
No, I'm sorry, I'm not going for that.
You can't name. You still have not spit one Fat Joe verse.
Nigga, I don't even want to spit a Jay-Z verse or
I can spit a
Biggie
Jay-Z verse right now. Listen, Jay-Z,
or
I do not like that dude's music anymore. I don't listen to Jay-Z. I was the Jay-Z #1 fan at one point.
But that's what I'm saying. If you would have asked me,
Listen here, even though regardless of all of that, I can spit numerous Jay-Z verses to you right
if you
now.
would have asked me this back in like the early 2000s, I would have recited the whole album.
You be killing. No, we're talking about right now. Right now, you
Nigga,
I give you $100. Spit a Fat Joe verse right now.
Nigga, I have hard enough time remembering my verses, bro.
Okay, so with that being said,
you know how much I write every day.
Okay, so like I said, we forget all that. We talk about Fat Joe lackluster ass. Joe is a great beat selector. Yes, his bars are very mediocre at best. He's a mid-tier B-level, C-level MC as far as bars go, spitting, talent, rhyming. Sorry.
Right. OG, you right. They were both good albums. I don't get it.
I didn't say that they was trash albums. I said that Fat Joe is not he's a lackluster MC. They were good albums, good lackluster albums.
No.
They're not even considered to be classic albums. Neither one of them. He ain't never dropped a classic album.
Don Cartagena could.
Don Cartagena is not a classic album.
Bro, that's
none of
anytime
that shit.
you got 8 hits off the album, it gotta be classic. It gotta be mentioned with
one classic album. He ain't got one classic verse, one classic bar.
Well, I'm not. I can't believe this shit. He got classic.
You can't believe it, but
you
you're
saying
not
he has
a classic verse though.
Bro, you're asking me to spit off the top of my head, bro. I don't do that. I don't even do that with my shit.
Google some of his lyrics and spit from a song that we don't know about off of Don Cartagena that ain't got nobody but Fat Joe on it.
Oh, here. Oh, that's easy. Like shit. Yeah, I was just listening to that. I just listened to that shit.
Fat Joe's bars.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, I just listened to Don Cartagena. I just listened to it like a month ago.
Right, man. It's like
I listened to that shit.
Listen here. I don't remember anything Fat Joe ever said. Now, I can say if you're a Fat Joe fan, that's cool. But
your man can't do it like this. He can't. Hey, man.
Fat Joe is like seriously, y'all. Like, come on. His bars are lackluster at best, man. Hell, I didn't say play any Fat Joe music. I didn't say play his music. I said look up his lyrics and you spit his lyrics to us.
Oh, okay.
You say some of his lyrics, and we're going to decide if these bars are lackluster or are they like ooh. You hear what he said? Fat Joe's not one of them. He's not a rewind that. You hear what he said? My people don't come through like spitting. You like, oh, who said that? Oh, that's Fat Joe. No, man. Niggas don't have Fat Joe verses memorized unless they're an actual Fat Joe fan, which there are not a lot of.
Hold on.
Hey, you hear what OG said?
Ready for war, sure. How you want it? They gonna blow the stop. Hold on.
My nigga Uncle Diggity said, "Oh, this is the E&D Tuesday."
In the middle of it,
okay, so I'm muting this dude. I sit up here and tell this nigga play some Fat Joe, and he proceeds to play pun. I don't want to hear nothing. Fat Joe, like I said, he's a lackluster, mid-tier IMC at best that has been able to skip through the decades, especially after pun. We ain't gonna even get into that, right? And he's been, let's say he's been lucky. He's been very lucky. He's been very lucky.
He's been consistent. Let's say it right.
He's been very lucky. Let's just say that. He's
very
lucky.
consistent.
You know what I mean? You can be consistent when you
Oh,
tie into people he tied in. Because he ain't consistent. He ain't consistent because of his talent. Let me tell you
he
that
said,
right now.
Fat Joe equal Flavor Flav. No.
I mean, come on, y'all, man. Seriously. Like,
No.
seriously.
Fat Joe equal Flavor Flav.
Listen here. You could take Fat Joe out, put Flavor Flav in, and put the same people with him. It would have been the same results. Take Fat Joe out, put Flavor Flav in Fat Joe's place. His whole career.
No, y'all not gonna do this. Y'all not gonna do this to hip hop, bro. You're not gonna do this to hip hop. I'm not gonna let
let
you.
me stop you right there.
Flavor Flav don't even fucking rap.
Let me stop you right there.
Don't even fucking rap. We can't do this.
Let me stop you right there. And this is where it stops
No.
with Fat Joe.
No.
Fat Joe and this fuck nigga Crazy Legs, right, been going on this campaign talking about that Latinos, Puerto Ricans in New York help co-create hip hop. And they did.
Can't believe it. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Fat Joe ain't hip hop. I'm not saying he hasn't contributed to hip hop. I'm saying he's a lackluster MC at best who's gotten along for the past 20, 30 years. Very luckily. Very luckily. His career seemed to automatically take off after Pun mysteriously dies. Facts. So let's talk about this dude Crazy Legs though. Listen to this, y'all. Not even 10 minutes into the interview with Nori's agent provocateur sold out ass, right? Not even 10 minutes into this interview, Crazy Legs say something crazy.
And for new outlets and things like that, we wanted to cater to super legends. We wanted to cater to icons. We wanted to dedicate it to superheroes, people who have been doing this. When I was researching this brother that we're about to introduce, they said that he started doing his thing in 77. I said, holy shit. The year I was born. This motherfucker has been literally doing it my whole life. Literally. He's a person that if you're Puerto Rican and you know how to dance, or if you just a hip hop, if you're a hip hop period, and you have a hip hop dance, I don't care what it is. It could be the stinky leg. It comes from him. He was the first person that made people, and I imagine the thing, and then I found out he invented the windmill.
He invented the windmill. See, this is what I'm talking about right here, man, with this nigga Nori, man. I used to like Nori's music, right? Used to like Nori's music, man. He was real popular at one point in time back in the day, man. What?
Hey, I got Cord on the line. We about to bring Cord up.
You can bring as many niggas as you want. It's not going to take away from the fact that Joseph Cartagena is a lackluster MC at best. At best. No memorable quotables or bars or verses ever. That's a fact.
OG, you right, bro. That shit was wild.
What was I talking about?
OG,
this nigga,
OG, you right, bro. I can't believe I seen that shit, bro.
You feel me? Oh yeah, talking about Nori. I'm talking about Nori.
I had to go get some of the niggas we actually was rolling with, and
you gotta get reinforcements, man. Listen, I ain't gotta go get nobody. I'm standing strong. What I said, can't nobody prove it to me otherwise. There's very few niggas who are actual Fat Joe fans outside of New York. It ain't no real live Fat Joe fans, niggas that like really know his bars. It could be like, give me a hot Fat Joe verse, and the nigga just spit. I'm like, ooh, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, man. Not at all. You can't pay to find one of them niggas, man. Niggas wasn't running around banging Fat Joe.
We was
that one special nigga out of your clique of niggas who liked Fat Joe and was hip to the album. Was like, oh, this is nice.
All
for
of
the most part, niggas was frisbee in that shit. Niggas was breaking weed up on that nigga shit, man.
No, we wasn't. Don't
niggas
listen.
was breaking weed up on them Fat Joe CDs, man. Come on, man.
Cool. Can you hear me,
one song outside of the popular numbers we know off of a Fat Joe album.
Court. Nigga, what we was banging that Don Carter.
Hold on, stop. Let me stop you right here. Let me stop you real quick.
Sure.
We're done. Listen, let me stop you. Court, before you say anything, let me just stop you right here.
Pull up to the show, Court. Pull up to the show real quick.
You can come, but listen, let me just tell y'all right now. We're done talking about Fat Joe at this point, right? We're not discussing that nigga no more. I said what I said.
Pull up on the YouTube show real quick,
how you feel is how you feel, right? We're talking about Crazy Legs right now, though, right? Now,
you know what's one to go to?
Right? This nigga Nori just sold the hell out, man. Looks like Nori has walked through that door that he talked about on that Vlad interview that mysteriously is wiped from YouTube now. Right? And Nori, he's one of those MCs. Nori got some quotable verses, quotable bars. He's had a very great career up until it stopped.
And Nori ain't better than Fat Joe. And he do got quotable verses.
I would agree with you on that. I would put Nori and Fat Joe in the same category as far as bars and rapping. They're in the same tier.
Well, MCing, I'm gonna put Nori a little bit above you because actually Nori has memorable verses and quote bars. Yeah,
Fat Joe doesn't.
Yeah, I will say I could say MC, and I'll probably go with.
I'll put Nori above. Nori had more hotter songs too.
I don't know. Nah,
the songs were a little bit. Every song Nori came out with when his career was popping was way hotter than any song Fat Joe put out.
The thing is, Lean Back is so synonymous, bro. Like my mom just asked me to play Lean Back at the wedding last week.
I mean, everybody like Lean Back says it's a catchy beat though, but you know what I'm saying? When he said the first war report. Yeah, that first war report.
Yeah, that war report crazy.
Now hold on. I want y'all to hear this stuff that this dude Crazy Legs is saying because he says something that's very, very interesting, right? And lets me know that
pull up to the show, bro.
And lets me know that he's a part of this system. This lets me know that Crazy Legs sold out a long time ago. Y'all hear me? Crazy Legs sold out a long time ago. Listen to this, man. This is crazy, man. I can't believe. And this is why I say Drink Champs is what it is, man. Drink Champs is a setup to be a humiliation ritual for these niggas, man. Drink Champs has been turned into a platform to use to ritualistically humiliate these niggas. Tap in and walk with me, man.
It's like talking to Michael Jackson right now.
Never in a million years. This is what I'm saying. Why are you gonna compare Crazy Legs to Michael Jackson? That's disrespectful. Sorry.
Is that what Nori did?
He literally just said it out of his mouth.
In the what sense? What is he talking about?
In any sense, nigga. Why you can't mention Crazy Legs and Michael Jackson in the same sentence, man?
Well, all right. Excuse my
ignorance. Just stop, bro.
Who is Crazy Legs?
Huh?
What am I stopping for? I'm asking a question.
Crazy Legs and Michael Jackson's. He can't even be mentioned in the same sentence with Mike.
So who is Crazy Legs? What is Crazy Legs?
Exactly. You don't know who Crazy Legs is?
Nah, that's what I'm asking you.
Okay, so like I said, so the fact that L's asking me who Crazy Legs is brings validity to my statement. What I just said.
Well, what game is he in?
Listen here. How about this? It don't matter who Crazy Legs is. How about that? It don't even matter who he is when it comes to that. But who Crazy Legs? Listen. Crazy Legs. For anybody who says they're a hip hop head and don't know who Crazy Legs is, that's crazy. But Crazy Legs is a world famous, known, pioneering b-boy breakdancing guy. He was in the movie Breaking back in the day, Crush Groove, and all that crazy stuff. Right? He's a part of the Get Fresh crew. I can't remember what their crew was called. Whatever.
I remember Breaking,
Crush Groove, Breaking, and all that crazy stuff. Right?
I'm thinking you talking about some rap, nigga, not no dancing.
Exactly. I'm not talking about a rap. talking about a hip hop nigga, a so-called pioneering, claiming
He
to be
was.
creator when he absolutely is not.
Well, he was a
Fact
pioneer
that
to
L,
the game.
listen here. The very fact that my man L says he's a hip hop head and never even heard of who Crazy Legs is, that's crazy.
I thought you was talking about a rapper.
It don't
I
matter
didn't
who
know
I'm
you were
talking
talking
about.
about
When
the
you hear that
dancer.
name Crazy
I
Legs,
know
the hip hop head, you supposed to know who I'm talking about.
I know who Crazy Leg is from Breaking. We all watch Breaking, but I thought you was talking
Okay.
about a rapper.
Nah, I'm not talking about a rapper.
Yeah.
When the rapper ain't crazy. If I'm saying Crazy Legs, I could only be talking about the breakboard dancing nigga from New York. Can be talking about nobody else.
Whereas you act like we ain't watched Breaking. We grew up in that area.
So when I say Crazy Legs, why would you even think that I was talking
Nigga,
about a
I
rapper?
don't know these young nigga rappers' names, nigga. There's so many young
When y'all
niggas.
hear of a rapper nigga named Crazy Legs, man?
I don't know, bro. It's a lot of
Okay,
stupid
so with that,
ass
so what I'm
rappers.
saying is, so when you hear me talking about Crazy Legs, I could only be talking about the legendary, allegedly hip hop breakdancer nigga Crazy Legs. I'm not talking about nobody else but him.
Well, now that we got that out the way, I know who Crazy Leg is. I know he was one of the original breakdancing crews. We all watch Breaking.
Get Fresh
See,
Crew, the
that's how hard he be
Rock
making
Steady
this
Crew,
shit.
the Rock Steady Crew, the Rock Steady Crew. That's
Yeah.
the Rock Steady Crew.
Rock Steady
Listen
Crew. I
to
remember.
this dude, though, man. Listen to this dude. Just fall back, chill, and listen to this dude. Right?
We are happy, ecstatic.
This nigga Nori put this nigga name in the same sentence as Mike Jack, though. That's very disrespectful, man. That's disrespectful.
I got to hear what he say, how he say it.
That's very disrespectful.
Vigorous, enthusiastic.
Very disrespectful, Nori, man. To even mention Crazy Leg name in the same breath as Mike Jack.
Is he saying it as in a sense as he's the Mike Jackson of
It don't
dancing?
matter. Listen, L. It don't matter in what context he's saying it. That is a name that can't be mentioned with Mike Jack. When you speak of Mike Jack, you can never put Crazy Legs in there. It don't match up. It don't add up. He ain't did enough. He ain't contributed enough. Can't be mentioned in the same sentence. It's disrespectful to even compare this nigga in any shape or form with Mike Jack. Disrespectful.
So I'm trying to get the context of how he's saying it, because if you're saying
it's the context he's saying it is he just compared the nigga to Mike Jack, and you just Nori, he's disrespectful for saying that because you cannot use this nigga Crazy Legs in any. He don't compare to Mike Jackson in any shape, form, or fashion.
How do you think people in the breaking community look at Crazy Legs?
I'm pretty sure they look at him as a legendary, but they would never mention him in the same sentence as Mike Jack.
Would they call him like
none
the
of
Mike?
them have ever done so.
So would they regard him as like the Mike Jordan of dancing? What would be a good?
That's all. I mean, they probably do. That's irrelevant to what we're talking about.
But if we're talking about comparisons and breaking, and you saying somebody measures, like when we talk about Mike, it's because we say he's the king of pop. He's the king of pop music.
Let me just stop. No, none of that. Hell no. Crazy Legs cannot be listed. Crazy Legs cannot be mentioned in the same sentence with Mike Jack. Flat out.
Is he regarded as a king of breakdancing though? That's what I'm asking.
It don't matter none of that. He can't. I don't give a fuck what he can't be mentioned in the same sentence with Mike Jack. Flat out. What he contributed.
But I'm asking you: can he be regarded as the king of breakdancing?
No.
Who would be regarded as the king of breakdancing?
I don't know. I'm not into breakdancing like that. Maybe some people will say that about Crazy Legs. I wouldn't say that about Crazy Legs, but my opinion don't matter. What I am going to say is that Crazy Legs absolutely, in no shape, form, or fashion, could be mentioned in the same sentence with the likes of Michael Jackson. Flat out. I don't give a damn about what accomplishments he made.
I think it just depends on how people comparing it and how they looking at it. Because
we're talking about peer on any level, on any level that you could possibly think of, he can't compare to Mike.
But if people look at him as the king of breakdancing, then I mean,
I'm telling you that doesn't matter. That's irrelevant compared to Mike. Not even to be mentioned.
I'm just trying to see where the comparison was trying to align to.
And L, I'm telling you, there is none. You can't find none because there's not none. You cannot compare the two. It's like apples and oranges.
Well, they're two different games, so two different jobs. So I mean,
it don't matter. It could be two different. You still can't compare them. He just don't match up in any category. He don't match up to Mike at all. Not even in shadow.
But if you saying that some people
no buts,
say that,
no buts.
but you're saying
no
that some people say that he could be the king of breakdancing.
It don't matter. That's irrelevant compared to Michael Jackson. It's irrelevant.
I'm just saying if you're saying he's the king of something
like that ever did.
That's a fair comparison. Well, I'm not saying we don't know.
No, it's not a fair comparison. It's a disrespectful comparison to even mention Crazy Legs in the same sentence of Michael Jackson. That's disrespectful. He don't match up. He don't compare.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Not because we discussing Latinos still trying to hijack hip hop from us, man. Foundation.
But hold on, I just heard a wild comparison. Who comparing Crazy Legs and Michael Jackson, man?
Come on, Court, man. Be seriously, Court. Seriously, bro. Come on.
They're saying Court. They're saying I'm trying to figure out the context because if they're saying he's the Mike Jack, I didn't hear the quote.
Nobody said he's the Mike Jack of nothing, man.
So I'm just saying when people say that you're the Mike,
just let me stop for a second, but just stop.
You're not even letting me talk.
Stop and listen for a second, bro. Seriously, stop and listen for a second. Stop talking and listen. Man.
This nigga,
Nori
man.
Listen, upon the introduction to this store, Nori said out of his mouth, he compared and put Crazy Legs in the same context as Michael Jackson. I'm simply saying that's disrespectful because Crazy Legs cannot ever be mentioned in the same breath as Michael Jackson on any level, under any context, ever. No debate, no arguing, nothing to go back and forth. It's just no. There's nothing to even understand about the situation. There's nothing to try to comprehend. There's nothing to try to figure out. Pretty cut and dry. Mike, Crazy Legs, not mentioned in the same sentence. Flat out, that's what it is. End of discussion. Anything else? You just like, and that's cool because that's made good for the show. You know what I'm saying? People like to do that stuff. That's all good.
Who said that? Nori said that?
Yeah.
What?
With his agent provocateur ass. Now let's listen.
Legends. We wanted to cater to icons. We wanted to.
Oh yeah, I mean maybe for their people, but nah.
People who have been doing this. When I was researching this brother that we're about to introduce, they said that he started doing his thing at 77. I said, holy shit. I said, yeah, I was born. This motherfucker has been literally doing it my whole life. Literally. He's a person that if you're Puerto Rican and you know how to dance, or if you just a hip-hop, if you're a hip-hop period, and you have a hip-hop dance, I don't care what it is. It could be the stinky leg. It comes from him.
Lies. This is what I'm saying about this nigga Nori, man. Nori done sold the fuck out, man. That's a lie from the pit of hell. I wonder how my niggas Memphis feel about that. Where the stanky leg originates from. Wonder how my Memphis niggas feel about that. Let's continue.
He was the first person that made people, and I imagine the thing, and then I found out he invented the windmill.
Lie number 2. Crazy Legs definitely did not invent the windmill, and he did not invent that. He might have added some variations to it, but invent it, no.
It's like talking to Michael Jackson right now.
Did y'all hear that? The disrespect just keeps coming, man.
We are happy, ecstatic.
I gotta roll up fucking with this nigga hell, man.
To have a legend of a legend, an icon of an icon, a person that we all should throw flowers at his feet when he walked down the street. Literally, it was his feet. It's crazy. And his legs is too. So in case you don't know how we talking about, we talking about the one, the only, motherfucking Crazy Legs! May you represent me at my funeral.
Fuck out of here, man.
So, you know what was one of the craziest things is, no pun intended, Me seeing you on Letterman, right? I'm going back because I had no idea.
Now pay attention to this, y'all. Pay attention to this. I'm talking about not even 10 minutes not even 5 minutes into the show. You hear me? We going back to the essence. You hear me? To the beginning, the roots of this shit. And this is why I like Drink Champs, and I understand what Drink Champs is, because like I say, man, these niggas come on here telling on themselves when they get all sauced up, and niggas get drunk. You know, niggas tend to tell the truth when they drunk and to be talking about stuff that they probably normally wouldn't talk about, man. They tend to forget that they're on a huge platform. They on once they get that old alcohol up in them. You know what I'm talking about? Once they get that oil up in them, man. And, you know what I'm talking about? Just listen to this nigga crazy lyrics, man.
Letterman would even like do something like that, because how was it? For lack of a better term, I didn't see b-boying at that time as being a commercial. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was like some real, you know, underground. So when seeing it on Letterman or seeing that a thing like that, was that like a beginning of b-boying crossing over or no?
Yeah, we were there because of Flashdance.
Right.
So yeah, that was like,
yeah, what year? That's early.
That came out in '83.
Y'all remember Flashdance with what was that girl's name that played in Flashdance? Jessica. What was her name that played in Flashdance? Hey man, chat room man, who was the girl's name that played in Flashdance back in the day? She's a maniac on the floor. And she's dancing like she never did. I know about that movie right there, man. 83, that came out a year after I was born. Right? After me and my brother in court was born, man. You hear me? Let y'all know how old we is. You feel me?
Jennifer Beals.
Jennifer Beals. I wanted to say Jessica Beals, but it's Jennifer Beals. And she's still cold to this day, if I'm not mistaken. You hear me? Y'all remember that movie Flashdance, man? Crazy Legs.
Water pouring down on her.
If y'all remember the movie Flashdance, there was a scene in there where while she's going through her training to try to develop a piece to audition for the New York Ballet or whatever, right? Ballet Met or whatever the situation was, right? She's going through the hood in New York and she sees some kids in the alley spinning and breaking and then all that stuff on a cardboard. And she goes over there and she looks at them, and one of the kids is Crazy Legs, right? 83. He said he started in 77, so at this point, he's been 6 years in, right? So he done made a little name for himself with the Rocksteady crew or whatever. They done made it into the movies, right? And they got this role playing themselves basically in the movie Flashdance. Y'all can probably Google or YouTube this scene from the movie. Now tap in and listen.
So when we did David Letterman show, I mean, that was kind of wild.
And as a result of being in Flashdance, they were on David Letterman. Now, I want y'all to understand what it means back in 1983 to be some young ghetto Black and Puerto Rican kids from New York City coming on David Letterman. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? And if y'all young people out there who might be tapping in, y'all go Google who David Letterman is. He was only one of the most popular late night TV shows in television history. Yeah, Jennifer Beals still cold. I've seen some pictures of her. She's bad. She's bad, man. Look good. You hear me? Let's keep listening.
I'm gonna fucking go all out today because I don't give a fuck anymore.
Let's go. Let's go.
So we get set up to do the show, and the dude that I was with doing the show was coming off of being high the night before.
Is that Ken Swift?
Yeah, so he was all fucked up, and
Okay.
We're like, oh shit, how are we gonna do these routines?
Was it acid back then? Was it acid back then? What y'all was on?
Acid. Yeah, we're doing acid. Everybody did acid.
Yeah?
I don't know why. I don't see B-boys. Yeah, but a lot of people don't see B-boys as stick-up kids too.
Right.
You know, we were living double lives.
For sure.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah, so it was wild. So doing that, not knowing how that was going to turn out.
Right.
And then, but the whack shit was a while ago after that, I see David Letterman in a restaurant, and I'm thinking like, all right, well, he's probably cool. I tell the waiter, hey, you know, I'd like to go say hi to him. Can you let him know? And he's like, no.
Because of that experience with you guys?
No, it's just he's a dick.
Oh, shit.
What?
I wouldn't necessarily go as far as to say. I mean, he might be, but I mean, like, what the fuck would David Letterman want to say hi to some punk Puerto Rican breakdancing kid that was on his show that he don't even really remember and say hi to him in a restaurant? Like, the fuck? Yeah. Why do you even care to go say something? He don't remember you. You think he remembers you?
That's not Michael Jackson energy. That's for sure.
See, Mike Jackson, that's not. You feel me?
So everybody does know. You know, I think he would. See, I think Nori, the way he did that intro was all. But I get what you're saying, the way he presented it.
Hold on. Keep listening, man.
Yeah.
Happened on the show, like
No.
I heard you say.
Definitely was.
The third time I heard you say, you didn't really like him when you was there.
No, I didn't like him.
Wow. What was it? Is it dry humor?
Yeah, it's that dry humor that I didn't get coming from where I come from, because I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's stupid.
Right.
You know, and that's, you know, at that time, even though, like, you know, we're dancing and we were running wild, like in Central Park, robbing people and doing.
Right. I got the Central Park show. You're going too fast.
Yeah. So,
Wait, the reason why you guys were there was what did you do for the movie?
So dancing flash dance at the beginning.
Now hold on, y'all. Are y'all paying attention? Are y'all paying attention to how Nori keeps, and effing especially, keeps getting Crazy Legs to get into this particular point of the story? Like, y'all are on David Letterman for what? Are y'all paying attention to that?
And then at the end, I actually doubled for her. They wanted me to teach the girls how to spin on that back in 24 hours. And I'm like, all right, that's not possible.
Right.
So they ended up having me come in the next day, like, hey, you know, the director, Adrian Lyons, like, hey, you know, would you mind dressing up as a woman or whatever, leotard and all this other stuff.
And then you keep your mustache or something like
that? No, well, first off, I'm like...
Pause. Literally. Did y'all hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all notice how he was very reluctant to speak on that? Y'all notice how he tried to veer away from it, but FN and Nori brought him back. Did y'all peep that? And don't say you did. Did y'all peep that, man?
Yeah, Lance Parker, go back.
Did y'all peep that? Exactly, man, Lance Parker. The Jubileers was doing windmills spinning on their head back in the 30s and 40s, man. Get out of here with that bullshit, man. Right? Now, I'm about to... Damn, I don't want to, man. Hold on, man. This nigga Crazy Legs dressed up like a bitch, man.
Shit.
That's why.
Listen.
Yeah, but a lot of people see B-boys as stick-up kids too. Right. You know, we were living double lives.
For sure.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I want y'all to pay attention. Whatever, man. What's up with you, man? I want y'all to pay attention. We got my nigga Cortez and it was good. Hey, I want y'all to pay attention to how Nori and Effin, as Crazy Legs is trying, because he's Crazy Legs, he knows where they're going with this. He knows they're going into this, and he's trying to avoid it. But notice how Effin and Nori keep guiding him to talk about this right here. This is why I say Drink Champs has become a platform for these dudes to do their humiliation rituals on, man. And they starting with the so-called legends. Now pay attention when these niggas have old school legend niggas on their show and the stuff they be getting them to talk about. Oh, this ain't no new stuff. I've been watching Drink Champs for a long time. Right? A long time. I remember the very first episode of Drink Champs. Drink Champs only been popping for about a good 6 years. I don't even think that. I think just about 6 years. Let's go.
So it was wild. So doing that, not knowing how that was going to turn out, and then, but the whack shit was a while ago after I see David Letterman in a restaurant, and I'm thinking like, all right, well, he's probably cool. I tell the waiter, hey, I'd like to go say hi to him. Can you let him know? He's like, no.
Because of that experience with you guys?
No, it's just he's a dick.
Oh, shit.
Well, whatever, that's him.
Right. So nothing happened on the show like that.
No, it was all good.
Nori said, so nothing happened on the show. Did y'all peep? Y'all peeping the conversation, man? These niggas will do anything for somebody, man. That shit terrible, man.
I heard you. This is like the third time I heard you say you didn't really like him when you was there.
No, I didn't like him.
Wow. What was it? Dry humor?
Yeah, it's that dry humor that I didn't get coming from where I come from, because I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's stupid.
Right.
And that's, at that time, even though, like, we're dancing, and we were running wild, like Central Park, robbing people and doing.
Right, I got the Central Park, so you're going too fast.
Yeah. So,
the reason why you guys were there was what did you do for the movie? Consult?
So we danced and flash dance at the beginning, and then at the end, I actually doubled for her. They wanted me to teach the girls how to spin on that back in 24 hours. And I'm like, all right, that's not possible.
Right.
So they ended up having me come in the next day, like, hey, the director, Adrian Lyons, like, hey, would you mind dressing up as a woman or whatever, leotard and all this other stuff.
And then you keep your mustache or something?
No, well, first of all, I'm like this. I'm talking to dude like this. I'm like, yo, that's money. That's the money sign. Like, I'm not even really talking to the dude. I just like this fucking ignorant Bronx dude, 17 years old, and I'm like this in the dude's face. And he's like, all right, cool. And we want you to shave. And I'm like, oh shit, man. So I just keep doing that. And I just did it, man. I was just like, fuck it.
Right.
Wow. So Crazy Legs sold out, man. He done been buck broken, man. You hear how hesitant that nigga was to say that shit, man? That nigga ain't want to talk about that shit, man.
That's some wild shit.
So hold on, y'all. I want to show the clip so bad, but I ain't fucking with y'all on that copyright shit, man. Y'all go check that shit on your own time, man. But so if y'all go look at the clip of the movie Flashdance, or the breakdancing scene towards the end of the movie, when Jennifer Beals is spinning on her head doing her performance for the New York Ballet, whatever, that's not her. That's Crazy Legs. She had a whole leotard on and everything. That movie, I ain't mistaken, man. Huh? And this is the nigga that say he originated, man. Get the hell out of here, man.
Nigga was probably, so the nigga was, he was playing the stunt double. That's crazy. He probably was the only nigga that could do that move. No bitch probably, no chick probably couldn't pull that move off.
Yeah, but he dressed up like a bitch.
The player stunt double, that is crazy.
Hey, y'all, the dress is not, listen, y'all.
Hey, she didn't look like that nigga.
The dress is not specific to black folks, to niggas.
Oh shit.
Crazy.
What's wrong with you,
bitch ass nigga, you, man. You bitch ass nigga. You mean to tell me you dressed up like a bride? You dressed up like a bitch? So hold up time. I'm thinking that's Jessica Biel spinning on her head when I watched Flashdance. You mean to tell me that was you?
Hey, man,
ass nigga, man.
Hey, that's why y'all niggas gotta watch this show fight.
Crazy. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. You ain't create shit. Damn, you ain't create the windmill.
That shit is nuts.
Niggas start dressing up ass.
Yo, you're stupid, bro.
Bitch
He
ass
wild
niggas.
as hell.
Hey man, I gotta tap out, man. I'm about to get ready to get my hair twisted. But I wanted to say this though, man. That nigga Nori, you know, he's a gaslighter, man. He gassed these niggas up and say what's so crazy. He gassed him up and then kind of low key took a shot at him at the same time.
You feel me? Did y'all get that?
That is crazy.
Nori a wild dude, man.
He said,
But-
hey, OG funny as hell. OG said Crazy Leg also was the stunt double for the water splash scene when she started to tears and pulled the string.
Oh man, y'all fools, man. Man, I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man.
All right, then, Court,
All
man.
right,
Thanks for
bro.
talking to, man. All right, then, what's my nigga Ray, man? Y'all say what's up.
Hey,
Say peace
hey,
out to my brother
Ray.
Ray, man.
You gotta say peace out to my bro. He at the H Lofts holding business down.
Alright,
Make
know,
sure
man.
y'all in town. Y'all go there.
We got to do another show up there because tell Val,
Yeah,
man,
man,
we're
we
gonna have
in
to
the-
get together
we're in the
and
private
do that
loft
show,
right
man,
now.
talking about the people still in. We're gonna talk about that, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that needs to be talked about. All right,
All
y'all,
right,
y'all be
then,
easy,
all right,
man.
then, Court.
And then, hey, you already know. Hey, Stacks.
What's up?
That scene, I mean, shit, that's some crazy shit. But you know what? I wouldn't be surprised that, like, in the stunt doubles for like a lot of those old women roles, they probably did that more often. Now that you think about it,
Hey, I know
now
for
that
a
you
fact
think
they
about it,
did. This is what I know for a fact they did. This is what I'm saying.
I'm starting to think about it now. They probably did that in a lot of different movies when they
I'm
had to
pretty
do
sure
like,
they did. What I'm saying is, what type of man is going to do that?
yeah, yeah.
Not the amount of money they could pay me to dress up like a broad.
Well, them niggas wear that shit too, though. They don't wear the little tutus, but they wear what they do.
Like I
Don't
said, man,
they?
I want to bring. Listen, I want to bring that scene up and show it so bad, man. I really
That was
want
that.
to, but I'm
You
not
know,
going to take the copyright risk, man. Right.
Prodigy. You remember when Prodigy had the tutu on?
Yeah.
That was fucked up. Jay-Z was wild for that one, man. Jay-Z, hey man, he fucked up Summer Jam with that.
Oh shit. So hold on, Crazy Legs, man. You mean to tell me that was your motherfucking ass spinning in that damn shit, not just for feels?
Oh shit.
Oh, you bitch ass nigga, you, man.
That
Sitting here
is
talking
wild.
all this shit. I ain't got no respect for that shit. Now that I heard that, you dressed up like a broad? Oh yeah, they don't get no respect, man. Any man that claims to be a man, but you dress up like a bitch, you lose all respect from me. You're not a man. You don't represent masculine or manhood because men don't dress up like women under any circumstances.
Ooh.
You heard what my brother Blade Monger just said. Real men never
Yeah, you
compromise
don't
masculinity for money, ever,
can't
under
do
any
it.
circumstances. I don't give a damn how much money it was.
Yeah, you can't do that, man.
There's not an amount of money that you can offer me that won't even make me consider dressing, doing anything feminine.
You just gotta sit there and teach a motherfucker. That's what it's all about, too. Like that's some, and that's it's this Hollywood shit, man. You know, we heard about it so much time after time about how these Hollywood cats come in, try to have you do a certain role. You remember Dave Chappelle when he told remember when he told that joke when he was like, you know, one producer come in.
On what's the name, on Blue Street?
Yeah, on Blue Street. He said one producer come in, you know, talking about, hey man, we got this funny scene. I know it ain't in the script, but it's gonna be a funny scene. Then he said, you know what I mean? Basically put on a dress. He like, nah, that ain't funny. That ain't in the script. We ain't doing it. Then they send somebody else in. They said this happened like 3-4 times.
He said he said more. He said like 5, 6. He said like everybody to the director of the studio.
Yeah. So where he just had to tell them niggas,
He
I'm
was
not
like,
doing
well,
this
God
shit.
damn, like, should I be
I ain't
on the
doing
dress? Nah, I mean, I'm not doing it. They said I'm funnier than that.
Right.
It's not written in the script. So if we're going to add something funnier, it ain't got to be that. I'm funnier than that. We could do anything. We're
Right.
not doing that, though.
Yeah, it's not happening.
What does that say about our buddy Dave Chappelle now? Because clearly, he know how to change the heart. Oh, yeah, straight like that, man. I don't hold no cards. Oh, so we supposed to think, oh, you turned down 50, 80 mil. You turned down 80 mil, but 50 is cool from Netflix. Fuck out of here, Dave Chappelle, man. Another topic for another day.
I think he get more than that, though.
Like I say, like whatever, man. These niggas always end up selling the fuck out. All of them. Even fucking Dave Chappelle. Nigga. You hear me? So let's finish this.
Like recently,
you're on another level now.
All the way 100, man. I don't want no
word break down. That's what it is, break down.
Yeah, it doesn't. So the word breakdancing doesn't come from hip hop. It came from my former manager.
The manager, the white lady, right?
Did y'all hear that? Break dancing is not an element of hip hop.
Say you're a clone? Hell nah.
Hey, his own cousins came out. His own family from DC came out and even said that that's not Dave on numerous interviews with not big outlets. I'm talking about at the time, very small known YouTubers. What did they have to gain? Seriously, what did they have to gain? They ain't popping. They ain't getting no notoriety from that. Nobody knows that. Nobody remembers that unless you was tapped in. Most people don't even know that was a thing being discussed at one point in time. All right, his family didn't get no clout or nothing from that. They'd have been lost in the obscurity of digital YouTube world. Question everything. Cloning is real. It could be argued. Oh, who's going to do their due diligence to find out if there's any validity to it? That's my question. I don't automatically deny or be like, oh, nah, that ain't true. No, I say it can be argued. I say, what's the validity? I say what you got on that to make me even consider that that's a possibility concerning him anyway.
Especially when you're doing that.
I just dismiss it like, oh, nah, that ain't true. I'm going to be like, hold on. I'm like, hold on. What was this? Huh?
Yeah. You got to bring me something.
Blade Marker's going to sit up there and say, I can grow a clone, but I never will.
Shit. You got to show me something.
Did y'all hear what Crazy Legs just said? He said that break dancing did not come from hip hop. Crazy Legs is dropping some jewels right now, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
The difference between breaking and break dancing. Listen to what he's saying.
Yeah.
And she misspoke in a meeting, and she was also a publicist.
Right.
So she was the one.
But y'all laughed at her when she said that.
We would just, I mean, we would, man, I was maybe 16 when she did that, 15.
Right.
And, you know, she got a British accent. We're from the Bronx. And we're like, ah! She said breakdancing!
Right.
So, yeah, we were just fucking with her. But we didn't know that she was feeding it out there like that. And that's how it got into the press.
Right.
And a lot of people say the media made that term up, but it was her.
It was her.
Wow.
Single-handedly. And once they heard that was going, called back then viral. It was called now viral. Right. Like it made its way around.
And we had the most press back then.
Right.
You know, for the
So their basically stage manager lady is the girl who's credited for coining the term break dancing. All right. Break dancing is not an element of hip hop. Breaking is. Popping and locking is. But break dancing is something that this chick came up with, this British chick, and they just ran with it.
More mainstream.
Still going on to this day, man.
Yeah.
Right? Let's finish listening.
At a period of time and what we were doing, nobody was getting more.
When you say we, rock steady.
Rock steady,
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you literally, let's just take it back to the beginning.
On some Captain America shit, OG.
First hip-hop
On some
tour.
Steven Rogers shit, OG.
I went on
Super Soldier Serum type shit.
I'm like, wait the fuck a minute. So, because you gotta remember, everyone is thinking this.
That nigga Dave Chappelle about as big as me, man. He look like he a little bit bigger. He bigger than me, man. Dave Chappelle look like he been in that jail, like he big, man. Like, I'm just saying, man, it could be argued, man. It can't be argued, man. Most definitely could, y'all.
The fad at this time, right? Everyone is thinking that this is Black people's and Puerto Rican people's version of rock and roll. It's not going to be successful. It's going to be just successful to them. But you guys went on. This was not a world tour. This was the first tour, but it was in America, right?
No. So there was 2 tours. There was one. Oh, sorry. The first curated hip hop show, for the sake of presenting it to the downtown scene, was curated by a man named Henry Chalfant.
Okay.
And a lot of people confuse the word graffiti rock with the Michael Holman show that was on TV with Run DMC versus Treacherous 3.
Whoa.
Yes. So graffiti rock was a curated show at a place called the Kitchen Center for Performing Arts in maybe 1980.
Wow.
That's a couple of years before the graffiti rock show on TV.
Wow.
And Henry Chalfant had got T-Kid as a graffiti writer to do the backdrop. Rocksteady crew, we split ourselves up to perform a battle as 2 different crews. And then you have Fat Five Freddy, DJ Spy, and this dude named DJ Spy and Ramelzy, who weren't supposed to be there. And I found out some dirt. So, should I air it out?
Yeah, go ahead. Whatever you want.
Henry Chalfant
Chatty patty ass man.
I talked to Fat Five Freddy, and I was trying to get like Code Crusher Fantastic. So Fred injected himself and his boys.
He became the MC.
And that's how he got his thing in terms of being a performer in the scene.
Let's make some noise for Fat Five Freddy.
That's how he's supposed to do. He's supposed to monkey foot his way in.
First swindle.
That's the same shit Remy did to get on the track with Fat Jeff.
Okay, yeah. So the kitchen after that had a 12-city tour. So it was myself, Frosty Freeze, Fat Five Freddy, DJ Spy, and then it was just like a collective of like jazz and rock and punk artists. On a 12-city tour between the States, Midwest, and Canada, and then after that we started performing regularly downtown. So the first curated club events for hip hop presented to the masses and being covered by like the Village Voice, New York Times, Daily News, all that stuff.
And just sorry to interject, but to be clear, there's no MCs. There's nobody rapping on this tour, is there?
Yeah. Oh, well, you talking about the kitchen tour?
Yeah.
That was Fat Five Freddy.
He was actually rhyming? I thought he was just like hosting, MCing, and as a host.
I'm just going to say we were high a lot on that one. I don't really remember. But, so, he was master of ceremonies and dropping some rhymes. And then this guy...
I want to say that as I was watching this, and I'm looking at this dude, Crazy Legs, his mannerisms and the way he talked, it was real sassy. Now, I know some of y'all, my real ones out there, getting that same thing, so it ain't no old fake fun boy homophobe stuff, man. I just know him when I see him, man. This nigga's real sassy. You hear me? He's very sassy when he talks. Man, y'all should see his mannerisms and his hand gestures and his movements. All you gotta do is get a guy in front of a camera and some liquor in his system, and you gonna see the real him. Case in point, Sean Combs. He gets real sassy and zesty when the camera's on, and he got that oil up in him. He get real sassy.
He was really dope. He's from Brooklyn. He was rocking out on the turntables. And then shortly after that, we started doing shows in the downtown scene. The first downtown club to ever have a hip-hop curated show. Besides the kitchen, because the kitchen was an art center. Was a place called Negril. Then I got my notes, baby. See, let me tell you something.
But I ain't gonna lie, you're still in my interview because look, I was about to say this is one of my questions.
Before you say before you get to I told people because somebody's like, yo, but does Nori know his shit? I'm like, yo, Nori's good. Nori's good.
Look, that's in my it says the Grill nightclub considered to be hip hop's first nightclub. Is that the truth?
I wouldn't say that. I would say in terms of presenting hip hop to the downtown scene.
Right.
Yeah.
Downtown.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
T Connection, Audubon Ballroom, Ecstasy Garage.
All
stuff up in and then Harlem World.
Okay.
Places I used to go to.
The way that you're saying all this, it makes me feel like the dancers and the graffiti artists and the DJs were more in the forefront at this point.
Definitely. easily.
Okay.
I would agree with that.
I don't want to get back to the subject, but bear with me if you can, right? We know the 5 elements, right?
Here we go.
Hip-hop, right?
Yeah.
Then hip-hop starts to change, right?
Here we go.
These corporations, they come in. Some
Well, the music of hip hop is extracted.
Some get down with them, some don't. But this was about maybe 10 years ago. Me and Capone, we go to Europe.
Here we go.
I forget where we're at in Europe. I told this story.
You always say Dusseldorf.
No. Dusseldorf, Germany. I love Dusseldorf, Germany. But I remember me going on the tour, and I remember before we went on the tour, the promoters would just disappear. And they would come back and they would smell like old school Krylons. Yeah, I'm sorry for y'all youngins here. Spray can.
I don't know why this started buffering like that. Oh, okay, that's probably why.
Yeah, and then they would be out there and they would have the cardboard, and I would be like, did they do that just for us? And this was something that they did at their hip hop clubs every. And it wasn't that long ago. But why is it abroad? People want to embrace hip hop and the elements more than we do is right here created.
That's a very good question from Nori, man. It actually shocked me, and I'd be very surprised if Nori came up with that question on his own. All right. I ain't saying he didn't. I'm not trying to insult the brother's intelligence. I mean,
Right.
he's self-admittedly retarded and dyslexic, so I don't imagine him being you know what I mean? I don't imagine Nori comes up with all those questions on his own, and I very much so doubt if he came up with that question. That is an awesome, great question. All right. And I present that question to the audience tonight, as in we're talking about the creators of hip hop and these Latino brothers of ours, little brothers at that, little homies of ours. Yeah, we doing it like that. All love and respect. The Puerto Rican niggas had to connect with the food back in the day, the haze, you know what I'm talking about? Y'all women are absolutely beautiful. You hear me?
Beautiful.
But outside of that, y'all little homie. You hear me? Y'all right here underneath the speed stick. You know what I'm talking about? Especially when it comes to this hip hop gang. Y'all Puerto Rican dudes in New York. Under the wing. Y'all were merely there. Participated. In fact, innovated. But never created. Facts. So we ain't gonna do that. Now, I ask y'all this question. Why is hip hop in its original form graffiti, breaking, rhyming, right? Or should I say MCing? You hear me?
Yeah.
Why are not being implemented here? But abroad, they stay true to the core essence of what hip hop actually was in this very genesis. Why you think so, El?
The 5 pillars. Nah, I mean that. I don't know why it's not. The thing is, they jack the style. The style is always put into like pop culture, but we don't get that same respect. And it's crazy. I was just having this conversation because I look at these like the rock stars. They could go on forever, and they sell out arenas. These country stars, they just was coming here a couple weeks ago. The dude did he only had 2 nights. He ended up doing 3 nights because Columbus, I guess, was so popping, they said, and he was a country guy. And I was like, they don't do that for the hip hop cats. Like, we don't do that. We don't show up like that for the hip hop culture ourselves. Our legends, we don't do that. We don't really celebrate them like other genres celebrate their people. The rock stars, they could be 70 years old and they're gonna sell out on tour every time. You know what I mean? Like, it's different. And I don't know why we don't. I mean, that what Nori said to me, it really resonated. We don't celebrate hip hop like we really say we do.
We don't at all. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't gonna be open panel. Y'all more than welcome to come up.
We don't.
I'm more than welcome to come up and offer your response to this. This is an awesome question. When I was watching this, I said, "Oh, that's a great question right there." It put it in perspective for me. Like, well, hold on.
Yeah,
kind of true. What
that's
say
why
you?
I celebrate. That's why I really rock with all the legends. Like, when y'all see me on my little rant earlier with Fat Joe, this question is the reason. This exact question is the reason why y'all heard me on my little rant earlier. Is because I rock. If Fat Joe came to the city, you know who would go to the concert? I would.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
I would, because I'm going to celebrate all the legends, because you never know when they're going to be gone. And nowadays, the way it be, I missed out on this. Now, I got to see DMX before a couple times.
I have too. Right here in the city, the Hard Out Life tour.
Remember, we was all there, but I did not get to see him on the last time he was here. He was here in Columbus last summer. I mean, the summer before he passed. Last summer, the summer before he passed, he was actually in the city, and I swear I could have went and everything. I got, my job is literally right there. My job overlooks the field, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go see him the next time he comes. And there was no next time.
Right.
So I'm in the thing where, like, look, Wu-Tang and Nas, I already seen them, right? Well, fuck it, I'm gonna go see them again. They coming to my city this time. I seen them last November, so they coming to our city. If y'all get a chance, come see Wu-Tang and Nas. Hopefully, we get to see the whole Wu-Tang, because Method wasn't there the last time.
Right.
But you know, I'm going to celebrate my legends when they come through the city.
For sure, definitely going to. But listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and this is just my personal opinion. It ain't got no rest in the essence of simple. Listen, my opinion ain't got to have no dominion over your decision. I don't consider Fat Joe a legend.
I do.
I don't.
He's definitely a legend, bro. Come on now. You don't become 30 years. You don't become 30 years, have a memorable hip hop crew like the Terror Squad, have one of the greatest rappers.
Are they really memorable? Are they really memorable?
Yes, they are. We all
Are
we'll forever remember Terror Squad. Yes, we will.
Will we?
And we'll forever remember Big Pun. He had one of the greatest rappers under his wing. Yes, we'll forever remember Fat Joe. We'll forever remember Remy Martin. We'll forever remember that point of hip hop. Yes, we will. That will they made us
argue, man.
No, it's not going to be argued. No, forever.
I beg to differ.
Long as we know Spanish.
Let's take it to the audience. Let's take it to the people watching. People watching. Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you agree with what just said. Put a one in the chat if you agree with what he just said. Put a one in the chat if you do.
I wish Juju and Lucy was in here tonight.
Put a one in the chat if you agree with L.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a legend in the game. Come on now, you can't be 30 years in the game being relevant in every era and not be a legend in the game.
He hasn't been relevant in every era.
Yes.
No.
What era hasn't he been relevant in?
Last year, the year before that, I can't remember a song.
Last year he had a hit. Last year he had a hit.
I don't remember that. So
for the whole
let's just say this. He had that one. I've been home. It was the number one song in the country, bro. I have been home since 2016. I could think of one song Fat Joe came out with that was popping since I've been home. That song was Chris Brown that just came out. I'm not mistaken, not too long ago.
That
I
was
can't think of another
that was
song
a
from
while
Fat
ago.
Joe in
But
that time frame since I've been home.
I just played it.
My fault. The shit he dropped the all the way up, and the shit he dropped with Remy when they dropped that Plateau Plomo or whatever that was, bro.
I just played the joint with him and Cooler Dre. Dude, Dre from Cooler Dre. They dropped the whole album together. It had
I
like
haven't heard one song from off of
3
that
songs
album.
in it. I just played the song earlier.
That was
Even
my
the
first
track
time
tape.
hearing it ever, and I couldn't
Well,
really hear it.
it was going for the whole summer, bro.
I didn't hear it one time last summer.
That's you though. But
I'm
it
just
was on
saying,
the
I
radio.
didn't hear it one time last
I
summer.
listen to Sirius Radio and all that. I got the
I
Sirius
don't listen
Radio.
to Sirius Radio at all.
Yeah, I got the radio and all that.
But I listen to
But
YouTube though. Most shit that's on Sirius is on YouTube.
nah, that was a popular song though, bro. It was a
I'm not saying it wasn't. What I'm saying is most shit that's on Sirius is on YouTube, bro.
you don't get a top 20 song without having no real play in the country. And him and Cooler.
I'm not saying it didn't get no play. I'm just saying I didn't hear it. I'm not saying that don't mean it didn't get no play because I didn't hear it.
Bro,
I'm just saying I didn't hear it.
I'm just saying, bro, you cannot say that Fat Joe's not a hip hop legend, bro. It's
I'm
just
not saying he isn't. I'm saying I don't think he is. It's not up for me to decide for anybody else, though. I'm saying my opinion, he's not.
He's definitely a hip hop legend, bro. You know,
That's your opinion. You're entitled to it. But for me, I'm
you
gonna
can
say
do
no.
for 30 years and not be a hip hop legend, bro, and be relevant.
And you could be in a game for 30 years and remain relevant and still not be a legend. I can't think of it. I mean,
There's
okay, if you
nobody else who can say that.
Okay, he's a legend at dropping consecutive hits over a span of time. Okay, yeah.
No, and being
Give
relevant.
him legendary status for that. He's not a legend for anything else.
No, you're mistaken, bro. Like he had errors. He had a rememberable crew. He brought one of the best rappers ever in the game, Big Pun, and Remy Martin, two of the best rappers, a female and a Latino, the first platinum selling Latino ever, and one of the dopest. Personally, he's in my top 20. You know what I mean? Like Big Pun is
Remy
one.
blew up back in the day. She wasn't doing songs with Joe.
Remy had one of the illest verses I ever heard in my life on that Big Pun album. And I'm gonna tell you this. That was her introduction into the game too. That was
she didn't come into the game under Fat Joe. She came into the game under Pun though.
Yeah, she was under Pun, but at the end of the day, it was still under Terrace. It was under Terrace. That's who she calls her brother. That's who she rocks with to this day. Like,
I mean, now she do, but I mean, back then she didn't.
No, she didn't. Do you hear Remy talk about Fat Joe all the time?
Yes.
Listen to her, bro. Like she literally talks
Your
about.
sound went out, man, L. Your audio just went crazy. Nope. That shit sound crazy.
We should be good.
You know, you good. You good now.
Yeah, nah, bro. Her and Fat Joe is tight. They fell out for a little bit, but they cool.
I mean, I know they probably cool now though, but I mean, you know,
nah, she always talk about how.
Listen, I'm saying Remy didn't come in the game by way of Fat Joe.
No, Fat Joe is the one who showed her how to become. She always says he's the one who showed her how to be a professional and how to make a living off of rap. He's the one who showed them, who gave them all the vision. Fat Joe was the one that was constructing all those deals of them cats. Fat Joe was really the constructor of all that, bro. Like, even though she came and Big Pun was her man, Fat Joe the one to put the deal together and put her as Remy Martin, who she was. Fat Joe did that, bro. That's what I'm saying. You got to give Fat Joe his credit. He's the one who put all them niggas on. Big Pun, Tony Sunshine, that had some dope tracks. Come on, let's not. And Cuban Link had dope tracks. Like, he put on a whole crew. Like, we gotta come on, man. We gotta give niggas their flowers, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I'm about giving hip hop flowers, bro. I'm sorry. Like I said, I grew up in the 90s.
Nigga Lance Parker just said some ill shit. He said McDonald's is legendary and the largest sellers. Do their burgers taste the best?
Nah, I ain't saying that, but I'm saying that they are fucking yes. And McDonald's is legendary, and they are classic. And yes, they are legendary. I'm not saying, and it ain't about being the best. When you legendary, you legendary. That's what it is. Like, it's not about, you ain't gotta be the best. We're not saying you're the GOAT. The GOAT is a different discussion. Legendary is you cemented in the game. We will forever remember Fat Joe, Big Pun, Remy Martin, and the Terror Squad. Forever. If you are a real anything, a student of hip hop, you will remember them. So yeah, they are
Right, okay, so,
legendary.
and let me add to that.
There's groups like this group for one album.
Hip hop, right?
Camp Lo is legendary, and they got one album.
If you're even further of a student of hip hop, then surely what Fat Joe is aligning himself with now with this campaign to somehow claim that Puerto Ricans in New York somehow had a hand in co-creating 50-50 hip hop.
I don't think he ever said 50-50.
No,
he just said they was there to help.
He literally said out of his mouth 50-50.
He said they was there to help.
No,
they
he
were
said
there.
50-50 out of his mouth. Don't make me pull up the footage.
I don't, yeah, you gotta pull up the 50-50.
Yeah,
I didn't hear 50-50. I didn't hear no split.
That.
I ain't hear the percentages.
Yeah, that's what he said.
He did say they was there to help create. I will say that. He did go as far to say that. But I didn't hear the percentage though. But nah, I'm just saying, man, when it comes to hip hop, man, we gotta give people their props, man. Cause legendary is when you are able to hold a moment in hip hop. Murder Inc. Even though nobody in Murder Inc. to me as a whole was legendary, Murder Inc. as a crew was legendary. When you had the Ashanti and Ja Rule era, they had some hits. Ja Rule's first album was super dope. You know what I mean? They had a legendary moment. You know, there are crews that had legendary moments, and in that sense are legendary, man. We gotta be real.
Instagram, right there where to follow your boy at, man.
Hold on.
It's good, y'all. Just Prince TV here, man. I'm still recovering. That's
what these niggas. Where's this nigga saying this shit, man? Everybody else saying it but him.
They've been like lately talking about Latinos wasn't in rap and this. These guys are delusional. We're from the Bronx, New York. It happens. And so when hip hop started, it's Latino and black, half and half. But they going at me because I'm like the only Spanish dude, like really with a big voice. And Latinos wasn't there. You was invited. You are a specimen. I don't know what is up with these people. They don't know their facts. They've been like lately talking about Latinos wasn't in rap and this. These guys are delusional. We're from the Bronx, New York. It happens. And so when hip hop started, it's Latino and black, half and half.
There you go, right there.
He did say half and half.
There you go, right there. But Stacks with the facts, one thing for sure, two things for certain, can validate everything you hear me say. I'm on.
Right. Well, I mean, shit. But at the end of the day, man, that Bronx is different. But nah, I can't. The thing is, I wasn't around. I gotta hear
you don't have to be around. It's literally historical data there to prove it.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely was created by blacks.
Latinos. Listen, hold on. Latinos, specifically Puerto Ricans in New York, the Bronx, New York, to be exact, had absolutely nothing at all, nada, zip, zero, zilch, to do with creating, co-creating hip hop. Ever, never. Flat out. Did y'all help to participate when it first was being created? Of course you guys did. You were right there. Did y'all even participate and innovate some of what was already originally created before you could ever thought about doing it? because y'all peoples was doing Southside Merengue and all of that stuff. Y'all weren't even allowed to listen to that. They called it hippity hoppity music, bull crap, boogaloo, gorilla monkey music, whatever y'all called it with y'all racist ass peoples. Come on, y'all, let's be 100 now, man. Y'all's parents told y'all to cut that bullshit off.
I ain't gonna lie, we still, the thing is, we grew up in that era too, though.
Hey, look, our moms used to tell us to cut some of it off too.
The thing is, we grew up in that era where they was crushing tapes on TV and shit, y'all.
Yeah,
like,
all that bullshit. But
we went through some.
This, though.
Yeah, we was the last of that era though. Like anybody that was born 10 years after us didn't really see that shit. Like,
that shit ain't man. I'm just saying, this guy Fat Joe, crazy man, on this whole campaign with this whole rhetoric about Latinos help create hip hop, and it's no, we absolutely cannot allow this rhetoric to remain. We can't allow it to become to a point to where it's even being believed in any form or fashion, especially when there's so much actual physical historical data that totally crush this. We got film of guys, foundational Black Americans, not from Africa, right here in America, spinning, breakdancing, rhyming the beats, spitting 16s, catching the downbeat on the 1 and the 2, all of that. You hear me? We got dudes spitting bars. We got dudes call and response. You hear me? We got niggas spinning on their head, spinning on their back, on their knees. You hear me? Flipping. You hear me? All that type stuff, man. Pop locking. You hear me? All that, man. 20s, 30s, 40s. Footage. Facts. And hip-hop didn't really start in New York. Huh? You know what I'm talking about? So y'all need to really do y'all's research. You New York ass niggas, man. I love New York to death, man. I love y'all. I love the diversity up there. I would never want to live in New York. But a lot of guys, especially Puerto Ricans from New York, man, y'all taking this stuff to the next level, man. Right? Or let me say this. Let me correct my statement. Let me reiterate what I just said. Not all of y'all, some of y'all, but a person like Fat Joe, he's being used to push this rhetoric. Rabble rousing, causing disruption, confusion, separation, division.
You know, Fat Joe feel like he was part of it, bro.
But this is what I'm saying. I understand that, but I'm not naive to think that Fat Joe really thinks and believes that Puerto Ricans had anything to do with creating hip hop. I know he knows it. I'm not going to sit up here and think that Fat Joe doesn't know the history of hip hop, the real history.
Nah, I just think that you know, I lived in New York for a minute, and you know, Julie's brother, you know, them niggas, you know, him and Fat Joe actually had real beef in the streets from some different shit from when they was younger, and them niggas, they a little different, bro. They, you know, the Spanish cats, you know, they always say that, like the Bronx and Florida are two different fucking worlds, bro. The Bronx is totally, it's like off this fucking map. They think totally different than anybody else in this world. So you also have to hold that into context too, Sax. And when you say hip hop was created,
that don't mean nothing to me though.
When it was created in the Bronx, but you have to understand they illogical way of thinking sometimes though. You have to understand that too, because of where the Bronx is.
I understand their illogical way of thinking.
And how they move in New York, and how the Bronx is really separated, the way that borough is, the way it is mostly Latino. So they do feel it, you know. But I, you know, we always know where the origin comes from, like we seen it. But then when you look at like the movies, like we talked about breaking, like that was the first real introduction into like the breakdancing culture, like as they made it as a frontline type introduction to the movie world, you know, that this is what we call breaking or break dancing as they termed it. And you know, that was an introduction to the world.
Right.
So that was the first time everybody got exposed to it. So you got to understand, when the first time everybody got exposed to it was a mixture, as the movie portrays, that's so easy for them to also put that claim into it, because that's what the movie was portraying.
Right.
So we can't act like we don't understand where that type of thinking comes from, because it comes from, when you think about it, graffiti, because breaking wasn't just about breakdancing, y'all. It also was about the graffiti aspect. Those was two of the pillars of what we call hip hop. And in that movie, and I think that's where they may really establish themselves as a creator in hip hop, because when you talk about the 5 pillars of hip hop, graffiti is definitely a pillar. And they were in New York, some of the greatest artists are the Spanish cats.
Yeah, but they didn't create it though.
That we're not saying they. I'm not saying.
That's exactly. No, L, you're mistaken. That's exactly what we're saying.
We're saying that they contribute, but when you talk about popular culture, and when you get the exposure, and when it takes it to the next level, when you're part of that process, you are in some way deemed as some sort of creator.
No, you're not. You're absolutely not.
I'm not even sure, but can we really staple that they weren't part of the graffiti origination?
Yes, facts. Listen here, L. Historical fact.
I don't know about the graffiti. I can't talk about the actual who invented the graffiti. I just know that a lot of the Spanish cats was really doing that back then.
They were spraying graffiti on the walls way in the 40s and the 50s when they first started doing gangs and stuff in New York. Amongst the hoods in New York and Manhattan with the I forget what all the gangs was called back in the day and stuff. I can't remember some of the names of these gangs that were in New York. Amongst the hoods in Manhattan and in Brooklyn and Queens and in the Bronx. Remember the movie The Warriors? Y'all remember that movie?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies.
That was a depiction of that.
But that's what I'm saying.
From it, right?
It was always Spanish cats there and that shit.
Yeah, but there was Spanish cats there, but it was Spanish gangs, it was black gangs, it was all white gangs, Italian gangs, Jewish gangs, just like it was earlier in the 20s and 30s.
But I will say that the Spanish cats in New York, Spanish and the blacks. No, Blade Monger, no. Fat Joe is saying no. Created hip hop hip hop. You have to understand, it starts from graffiti, and then it goes into breaking, and then it goes into rap.
Hip hop is transcends. Listen here, stop.
It goes into MCing at the parties before rap.
Whoa! Stop. Hip hop transcends all of that.
Yeah.
Hip hop been around since the early 1900s, going into the 20s. The elements of hip hop were derived right? Yeah. Even then, niggas was spitting rhymes to the break beat before Herc even made it popular. They was doing that back in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s.
That was like in Memphis.
At the speakeasies, the juke joints, niggas was doing call and response. Niggas was breaking, popping, locking. This stuff was around in the 60s and the 70s. Where you think Rerun and them come from? They was doing that shit way before 1977.
Yeah, it was definitely way before then.
So what I'm saying is, come on with this bullshit, though. Latinos ain't create shit. They ain't create nothing to do with hip hop. There's no historical proof to show anywhere in the Latin country where y'all was doing anything related to hip hop. Anything. No, not even with the music.
I didn't say it.
None of this elemental
graffiti was one of the first elements.
Any instrument that comes from any outside source besides foundational Black America, we might have sampled or something like that, or used a certain rhythm or something though. But that's about it. Even the 808 drum is not of a drum that comes from Alkebulan. That's a straight black thing in America. What y'all know about that? Oh yeah.
808
sound is not even an African sound. It ain't a drum you would get from any tribe in Africa that produces the 808 sound. Huh? You get y'all musicology up, get y'all's music game up. Really be studying stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. We created hip hop. Listen, flat out, we in America, the descendants of the foundational Black indigenous Americans, Native Americans, right? We created hip hop, just like we created jazz, country, R&B, swing, Dixie, gospel, all that shit. We created it, nigga. Flat out, proof, facts. You hear me? Like we can prove this. This is why we going so hard, because it's like cognitive dissonance. It's like, hold on, man, stop, man. Okay, so if Latinos help create hip hop, point exactly to where in Latin-based countries prior to 1970, where Latin people were doing anything that looked anything remotely like hip hop. And don't go up and sit up there and say fucking capoeira down there in Brazil, because they got that from the Africans.
Most of the Latin countries over here in South America originates from Africa, though. The art, from the art to all that, the sculptures, the colors, the drums.
Yeah, but see, our shit from America come from right here in America, though. It don't come from no damn Africa.
Well, that's more native, though.
Yeah. Exactly. That's my point exactly. You will find the 808 in many
some of the top of the
indigenous tribes, though. You will find it there, though. You will definitely find it there. You won't find the 808 sound out of any tribe in Africa's music cultural history. But if you do some research into native indigenous Black American tribes over here, you're gonna find that 808 sound. That boo 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 boo, nigga.
Got that Central America vibe.
Y'all think that came from, nigga? That's us right here in America. Do y'all's history. Crazy Legs for one. So Crazy Legs basically less than 10 minutes in an interview let us know that he sold out at an early age. He put on the whole dress. Huh? You bitch ass nigga, you, man. You stand up there and put on a dress, man. You see how reluctant Crazy Legs was to speak on that? I know I'm not the only person that peeped that, man. Come on now.
I hope that wouldn't be the first thing he would want to lead with.
He did not. He absolutely did not want to answer that.
You definitely don't want to lead with that one. That shouldn't be that.
I mean, they just off top went straight in, led off with that. I said, "Wow!"
But you know what? It's crazy because as big as Breaking was, it wasn't nowhere near what that role was. That role was most likely the biggest thing he ever did in his life. I mean, that movie was the biggest thing at that time.
I'm pretty sure he do a lot of like charitable work, nonprofit work, and all that, and that's commendable.
I wonder if that movie won any awards or anything.
For Breaking?
No, Flashdance.
Oh, Flashdance, I think won, if I'm not mistaken.
I wonder if he got any awards off of that movie. He definitely should have got the motherfucking stunt double award. If it was a stunt double award, he definitely should have got that shit. Cause you definitely got that.
Hold on, I got it right here. You got the Golden Globe, the NAACP image, the BAFTA. Somebody did win a Grammy.
Okay.
Kara received a high for what a feeling. The song that she danced at the end of the movie.
Right.
Was Flashdance nominated for an Oscar? No. Oh
No
yeah, it was
Oscar.
nominated for a whole bunch. It was for a Golden Globe, Academy Award for Best Cinematic Performance, and Academy Award for Best Film.
All right. So I got some awards.
We got some awards. Got the NAACP Image Award. Got the Golden Globe Award. Academy Award for Best Film Editing. And the Academy Award for Best Cinematography. Right? So that's cool, right?
Yeah. I mean, look, I look at it like this, man. Like Latinos, like you said, I feel like if you want to look at it,
Jennifer Bills is still bad, dog.
They
But this
was just
lady still look
under
good.
the arm.
Though,
They was
man.
right there. You know what I mean?
Still look good though, man. Like she still look good, man.
Who?
Oh, I didn't know
yeah.
that was Jennifer Bills on The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The Mandalorian. It's the older, bro. You know, it's a long time removed, bro. You probably wouldn't have just connected it on top, but yeah, it's a long time, bro. You talk about a 30, 40, about 40 year, 40 year difference, bro. 35, 40
She
years.
still look good though.
Oh yeah, you know that's good, man. You know, especially in Hollywood. You know, a lot of people don't be looking good after 40, 35 years in the game. You know, Latinos, man, they just been around.
Nice looking lady, man. I gotta give it to her. She's still a nice looking lady to be a white lady, man. She done took care of herself, man. You know, white ladies, when they start getting older, man, y'all start looking crazy. Some of y'all don't take care of y'allself, man. Yeah. You still see her collarbone. You know what I'm talking about? You still see her collarbone. You did. What a feeling.
That was that shit back in the day. 83, man. That was a great ass year. 83 was a great year.
Exactly, Blade Monger. Like I said, man, Latinos may have helped innovate the hip hop genre that the Jubilees invented, but they absolutely did not invent hip hop. Exactly. I'm not saying they didn't help to contribute to, you know, innovating what was already created, though, but don't get innovation confused with creation. They're not the same thing.
It was more help, more on the expansion part, like you said, maybe taking it to different places, but nah, yeah.
LaQuay said, I just love her. That just was so good.
Oh, man.
I just love her. Jennifer Bills is a nice looking older lady, man. She's a white lady too, man. I want y'all to know that, man. Jennifer Bills is a white lady. You hear me?
Because think about it. Salsa is a mixture of jazz and what? Merengue?
She took care of herself over the years, boy.
Merengue and jazz. That's what salsa is.
Yeah.
You know? And that's one of they favorite.
You don't hear us trying to claim that shit. We ain't trying to claim none of y'all stuff. And then let's get into this aspect of the conversation, man.
I mean, we actually could, because it was actually the Afro Latinos who created the salsa. That was Willie Colon.
Yeah, I was just about to say they got that from the black folks too. This not from us. Y'all got it from the African niggas, not us.
Yeah, that was Willie Colon.
Y'all got it from Africans is black folks too now.
Yeah.
They don't know why they think they so different than us. Y'all black as shit just like we is, man.
Yeah, when y'all get pulled. See, the thing is, when y'all get pulled over by the cops, they gonna treat y'all the same way. So y'all better get
They're not
hit.
going to treat you anything different than what they would treat us. Please, come on, let's talk about that, man. I want to say this, man, y'all, to y'all African niggas, man.
Man, y'all niggas.
Right. And this is what I want to say to y'all as a whole, too, right? Jennifer Bills is so beautiful. She's a beautiful lady, man. You don't see be her age. She's beautiful, man. She aged beautifully. Took care of it. It's just I just appreciate when ladies get into their older age and they still look beautiful, man. That lets you know that they really take care of themselves. That's appreciable right there. But everybody on some real talk though, man. Y'all gotta get this out of y'all's head, right? Because this belief is something that has been perpetuated for a very long time, right? And I want y'all to get this out of y'all head that all black people on planet Earth do not originate from Africa. All life on Earth does not originate from Africa.
Oh my gosh. People really believe that shit too.
Facts. Right?
Oh my God.
Y'all got to get that out of y'all's head, man. Black folks are all over this planet per the indigenous Aborigine people in Australia who do not originate from Africa. The indigenous black people right here in America are descendants, and in North Central America, and in South America, and in Europe. Black people literally are all over this planet. And they don't all originate. We don't all originate from Alkebulan. We just don't. All life does not originate from Alkebulan. Now called Africa. I really got to do y'all's research, man. Y'all got to off that demonic pan-African back to them niggas don't claim us. I mean, they are brothers and sisters nonetheless, but they don't claim us. They don't get taught that we came from there in their school systems. Do y'all know that? Do y'all know that in school systems in Europe and Africa and Asia, do y'all know that they do not get taught about the transatlantic slave trade? Do y'all understand that? Not in the way that we get taught in it anyway. How y'all think so many white folks got here in America? And don't make no mistake, my Puerto Rican brethren and sistren, right? My Dominican brethren and sistren, anybody who would identify as a Latino or Latina, which is a tax bracket name, much like Christianity or Christian. Y'all ain't ready for that conversation. That's a Spiritual Root Sunday conversation, right? But Latino is a name for a tax bracket code, man. You hear me? It doesn't necessarily signify genetic or DNA or you know, it's more like a heritage cultural type thing. It's not genetic. You understand what I'm saying? So make no mistake, Europeans, Spaniards, Portuguese, y'all are European, which means y'all white. Make no mistake about that. And just like a little bit of white slaves here over here in America, most of them Khazarians, Mongols, not white people. They did the same thing over here, man. You feel me? So yeah, I really want y'all to really do y'all's research, man, for real, because I know a lot of y'all don't, because y'all still be screaming this old white stuff like white folks is responsible. They just as much as slaves as we was, man. How do y'all think so many white folks got over here, man? Most of the slaves bought from Africa during the so-called transatlantic slave trade was white people. Do you understand that, man? This land over here, Mass, Turtle Island, Tartarian, whatever you want to call it, was mostly dark-skinned, black, indigenous people. from Canada to goddamn it, Central America, damn near going into South America. Do you understand that? The remnants of these civilizations are evident. They're still here. They're still here. Fucking what's the city that's in the mountains down there in South America? What's it called? Niggas built that, man. The pyramids in Mexico. Who y'all think built them, man? the Pyramid de la Sol.
Hey, it's a beautiful place too. That's a beautiful ass place. I got to see that. Tulum, how do you say that? To
Nectalon.
To Chichen, I forget how to say that shit.
Niggas built that shit, man.
Yeah, that was a dope place too. They used to do rituals, cutting your head off and shit, sacrificing you to the gods.
Y'all do y'all history, man. What y'all know about the pyramid in Mexico? Yeah, man. Niggas built that, man. Who built America, man? Who y'all think Harriet? Hold on. Who do y'all think Araminta Ross, aka Sarcophagi, was taking up north? She wasn't just taking no Rudy Poot, regular ass, slave ass niggas. She was taking indentured servants, and employees who were very skilled, highly trained masons, architects, surveyors, landscapers. You hear me? People who understood how to grow crops, understood how the ground is and how to develop land and develop buildings and settlements and buildings, and who understood how to lay out cities and stuff. Don't y'all know we was the guys who created all that stuff? Yeah, you understand that? Man, y'all be killing me, man, for real, man. People be sitting here thinking they don't even know your damn history, man. That's a damn shame, man.
Hey, Stacks, bro.
Really
I'll get up out of here, bro.
You good, bro?
Nah, I just gotta get up out of here. I gotta do something real quick.
All right, no doubt.
Yeah, I gotta make this move. But yeah, bro. Hey, great show tonight. You already know, man. I feel like
here in a second, man.
Nah, you made the best assessment though when you said they up under the arm. You know what I mean? That's the best way to look at it. You know, we already know where the origins really come from when it comes from the originations, like the start of everything, like from the sounds to the beat to the way the culture even was shifted and shaped. But you know, like you said, when it comes to like the innovations, different styles, all that, you know, they can have their stakes in that. But it does have to be some type of correlation and a line kind of drawn between the two, you know, and that's really the best way to say it. So
exactly, I couldn't have said it better, man. And that's all. Listen, that's all we ever saying.
Yeah,
that's all we ever saying.
That's all it is. You know, I think sometimes people get confused, but you know, with guys like this who was involved with like the dancing part and how it became mainstream, I think that they were see, the thing is, they were there when it became mainstream. Right. And they were heavy in the culture when it became mainstream.
Right.
And I think that's where the confusion comes in, from where it really originated to when it became popular, as we would say, pop culture. It was movies made on it. It was really brought to where everybody could see it across the world, because now everybody was exposed to it. And they were there when that happened. So maybe they got this shit kind of twisted, like they were there when it popped off. You know, maybe you could say that. But when it comes to like the real origination, that's totally different than being there when the shit really hit the whole, you know, mainstream and hit it for the whole world to see. So I think that's where they really get in the confusion. And I think that's what they're talking about, them being there when it popped off. when everything became popular. You know, they were shaping it at that point. Like you said, making innovations to the game at that point. But then we, you know, like I said, it's two totally different ways to look at it. But we also have to draw that line in the sand to say whether you talking about the actual origination or if you're talking about when it actually popped off.
Right.
You know, because that's two different things, two different discussions to have. But I'm up out of here. You already know. Peace, love, and blessings. Hope everybody have a great week. We'll tap in here on Friday nights. You already know how it is. I'll get with you, bro.
All right there, L. I'll holler at you, bro. Yeah, man. You already know, man. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to my brother King L's, man. That's my brethren right there. Listen here, man. Ain't no way in hell we gonna sit up here and let fucking Joseph Cartagena continue to try to carry out this endeavor to usurp, right? And try to, you know, infiltrate into somehow pushing this belief that so-called Puerto Ricans in New York had anything to do with creation of hip-hop when they absolutely did not. And I want y'all to understand how serious this is and what this means, right? What's the implications of this rhetoric, right? Anytime us black folks come to a part or point where we are actually about to get on code with each other, we're holding each other accountable, but at the same time, we're still interacting with each other and not going against each other on the behalf of other people, like no other group of people does for us. No other group of people links up with us and goes against their group of people, right? Understand what's going on. Understand in order to build, we have to destroy. In order to bring together, we're going to have to separate. Understand these contradictions. Understand what they mean, right? Understand what they represent, right? Understand in order for all the separate units to work together as a whole, at first they have to have what's going on amongst themselves in order before they can all join like Voltron. But see, when you think about these other groups, some of them have been indoctrinated to a level where they don't want to interact with other groups or specific groups, right? They might be cool just interacting with this group and that group, but see, as long as we got that going on, right? But in order for us to even do that, we have to have our own under control. When any other group of people decide that they want to get together and represent for their country or whatever the situation is, you don't never hear us, FBA black people, you don't never hear us, those the descendants of the natives, indigenous black people of these lands over here. You don't never hear us intervening, getting in between saying, well, what about us? You don't never hear us saying that. Not even the so-called elite amongst us do that. And we know about the so-called elites amongst us. We know about y'all, who y'all are, with your agent provocateur, rabble-rousing asses. Most of y'all are members of the Divine Nine or some type of fraternal organization. We got to get rid of that, y'all. Listen, in order for us as establishing the FBA movement, a true FBA movement, we have to get rid of all secrecy. Nobody can be a part of this FBA movement if they are part of the National Panhellenic Council, the Sigma Pi Phi, the Boule, or any of the Divine Nine organizations. Nobody who is black can be a member of any fraternal organization. No Shriners, no Elks, no Scottish Rite, no York Rite, no Eastern Stars, no Prince Hall, no Phi Beta Kappa Phi, none of that shit. Even John F. Kennedy once said to operate in secrecy is repugnant in a so-called free society. Even JFK said that. and they blew his kufi off. Smooth off. They blew his kufi smooth off in broad daylight. You hear me? White boy, Irish. Y'all know how these people look at Irish people, right? Sitting up here celebrating St. Patrick's Day, talking about some my great granddaddy on my mom's side was Irish. You know, talking about my great grandfather on my mom's side. On my great grandma's, my great grandmother's great granddaddy was Irish. So I'm part Irish and I'm celebrating, man. I'll take that shit over to Ireland, man. Them boys will beat your ass over there in Belfast. Ain't no niggas over there. Not a lot. And the ones that is, they ain't from here. They from Africa. Right? Right? You know, talking about y'all, man. We about to get up out of here, man. Thanks everybody for tapping in tonight, man. No ulterior motives in the movement. Shout out to my man Glitch the Guarantee in the building. I didn't even see a name till I put my spectacles on, man. You hear me? Right? And since my man Glitch the Guarantee is in the building, since we got to close the show out, man, it's only right that I play a song with me and my brother Glitch the Guarantee. You know what I'm talking about? Man, listen here. Tomorrow night, we get into it. My brother Flytown 614, you know what I'm saying? My brother BJ Murphy, he going to be on the show tomorrow, right? Definitely going to be on the show tomorrow. We're going to be discussing, right? We're going to be discussing entrepreneurship. He got his own clothing line going on with amongst other things, man. We're going to talk about everything the brother got going on. You hear me? Considering entrepreneurship, amongst other things. You know, he from the turf, 6'1", with a 4 on the end. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? I told you I wrestle with cats from my city, especially when they're making moves, doing positive things to improve them situations. You feel me? Being independent. You know what I'm talking about? Being an entrepreneur, making things happen, right? Yeah, a lot of people don't know nothing about St. Patrick, man, Glitch, man. Right? Do y'all know why St. Patrick's Day is celebrated? Right? It's very demonic. You hear me? So we're going to have my brother BJ Murphy, a.k.a. Flytown 614 in the building tomorrow. We're going to chop up heavy game. As the weather breaks, y'all going to see I'm about to start incorporating doing more interviews. You know what I'm talking about? I like to chop it up and show y'all what's going on in my city, man. It's beautiful people doing beautiful things. And if you're not from my city, if you're from anywhere in Ohio or anywhere in the world, wherever you want to be, you want to come on the platform and chop it up about what you got going on, you're all welcome. Like I told y'all, this is y'all's platform, man. Y'all are welcome. My email is in the About section. All my contact information is in my About section. Y'all can email me. You know what I'm talking about? You don't want to do any type of business or anything. Need some investigative journalism done. You know what I'm talking about? One-on-ones. You want to talk about whatever the collabo, whatever the situation is, man, hit me up. Get at me. Right. We're going to bring all this raw content, E&E Tuesdays with my brother King Els. We're going to get right back to it on Friday, E&E Fridays, Friday night wrap-up. Tomorrow night, we're going to have my brother Flytown 614 in the building. Thursday night, we're going to have a beautiful lady, Young Jay in the building tonight. She's a young artist out of my city. You know what I'm saying? Doing her thing. And we're going to chop it up with her, too, from the lady side. You know what I'm talking about? She's a female MC artist coming up, doing her thing, performing, making a name for herself. You know what I'm talking about? She does a lot of different things. And, you know, I just like to give people they shine, man. You know, people doing beautiful things deserve to get a light shine doing it when it's a positive thing. You heard me talking about? You know, so we're going to get to it like that. Next week is going to be beautiful as well. It's just going to be just more and more and more raw, uncut, raw content, real people from the turf, us, people from amongst us. Everybody's welcome. All my people from across the world in America who may be watching this and tapping in with this, you're all welcome. You hear me? You're all welcome to come on the platform. When I drop the link, you're welcome to hit the link and come up and talk about and add to the situation if you can, if you want to. You're welcome to come be a guest on the show if you got something interesting to talk about or discuss going on in your life, where you're from. You hear me? You're more than welcome to come on and try to challenge me about anything that I'll be talking about. You're more than welcome. It's a purely open platform, right? You're all welcome. You got fat. You got fat while we all starved. You guys got fat while we all starved. You hear me? It's our turn. Notice I don't speak in the context of myself a lot. Do y'all pay attention to that? Y'all pay attention to that? Anyway, man, my man Glitch the Guarantee coming late to the situation, but it's all good. You always on time, brother. You hear me? You always on time, brother. Man, I kind of had a feeling this one was going to extend a little bit tonight because it's a very interesting topic. Very interesting topic indeed. But we're going to get up out of here, though, right? My man Glitch the Guarantee in the building, man. You know what I'm talking about, man. Pulled up to the demonstration. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. But it's all good, though. He always on time, man. Even if he late, he right on time. You feel me? Can't believe Crazy Legs sit up there and admitted that he dressed up in a dress, man. You know what I'm talking about? That's wild. That's crazy. That's crazy. He admitted that very reluctantly, might I add. So, you know, Crazy Legs, man, for real, man, you need to shut your damn mouth, man. Y'all niggas, legendary niggas, is losing y'all legendary status by the goddamn day, man. That's sad, man. You instantly lose anything having to do with a legend when we find out you're dressed up like a broad, man. There's nothing legendary about that. Put a 1 in the chat if you think it's anything legendary about a man having to dress up like a woman for anything ever, especially to get some money. Let me find out one of y'all dudes dressed up like a broad, man, to get something popping. Right? Y'all enjoy y'all evening, man. Hit that like button on y'all's way out. You know what I'm talking about. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering, tap in and walk with us. Tomorrow night, me and my brother BJ Murphy, a.k.a. Flytown 614, we will be in the building chopping up heavy game on the Columbus, Ohio 614 Buckeye City side. Tap in, walk with us. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all are all welcome. Appreciate y'all coming out tonight, showing y'all's love. I love it. I appreciate it. I respect it. I honor it. I cherish it. Y'all could be anywhere in this world, but y'all right here with us, with me and my brother King Els, and we appreciate that. We got my brother Glitch the Guarantee in the building. My man Blade, my brother Billy, I'm talking about my man Uncle Digging and Billy. You understand me, man? Come tap in and walk with us, man. You hear me? Come tap in and walk with us, man. We're going to get to it tomorrow night, and we're going to leave y'all with this joint from me and my brother Glitch the Guarantee. You know what I'm talking about? This is how we're going to leave y'all tonight since my brother Glitch is in the building. That's crazy, ain't it, Glitch, man? Keep it real, man. You hear me, man? Blame Martyr? That's crazy. He dressed up like a broad, man. Glitch, man. It's crazy that Crazy Legs admitted to when you watch FBA'S back in the day, in that part in the movie when she was trying out for the New York Ballet or whatever, and she did that move where she was spinning on her back and all that stuff. That was actually Crazy Legs doing that, dressed up like a bride with a wig on and everything. I wanted to bring that scene up so bad, but YouTube is tripping off of showing audio and video clips. So, you know, I want y'all to just go check that out for yourself. You hear me? Y'all go check that out for yourself. You feel me? Go check that out for yourself when y'all's on time. Tomorrow night, me and my brother BJ Murphy, aka Flytown 614. Y'all always see him in the comment section. He will be on the show tomorrow. We're gonna chop up heavy game. You understand me, man? He got his own clothing line going. You know what I'm talking about? He's an entrepreneur, jack of many trades. You know what I'm talking about? He's gonna talk about everything he got going on, and we're gonna have a real man discussion. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't really a crazy hoe. He said, "Yeah, a crazy hoe." Yeah, you got to be a hoe ass motherfucker. You dressing up like a bra. I don't care what you gotta say about it. You dress up like a bra, you's a bitch. Ain't no man that's a man that stands for manhood and masculinity gonna ever, for any reason, dress up like a broad. It's just not gonna happen, y'all. A real man who's a man, he's not going to do. He is not going to sacrifice his manhood or his integrity for anything, man. Not anything feminine anyway, like dressing up like a broad or doing some old fun boy shit. That's crazy. That's wild, right? You feel me? We're gonna ride out to this song though, featuring me and my brother, Glitch the Guarantee, man. Sitting low, man. Roll up, smoke one on the way out. Tap in when you're way out. Hit that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share social engineering. Tap in, walk with us tomorrow night. We're going in as we go in every single day on here at A Real Talk Podcast, man. How many people y'all know, especially out of Columbus, Ohio, we going raw? Pause. We going in. Pause. Well, we going in every day. We going in every day. Definitely not raw though. You hear me? But we going in though, bringing y'all this content, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. See y'all tomorrow, man.
On the finest of gas, nigga, don't even ask. Sitting low, contemplating about this dough, now you know. Blowing on the finest of gas, nigga, don't even ask. Sitting low, contemplating about this dough, now you know. Blowing on the finest of gas, nigga, don't even ask. Sitting low, contemplating about this dough, now you know, nigga. Focusing on my next move, premeditated. This gon' be the anthem where real niggas get celebrated. E&E to the death, nigga, we dedicated. Gas on a regular basis, heavily medicated. I'm Glitch the Guarantee, niggas know I'm their fucking favorite. E&E for life, don't give a fuck if you niggas hate it. I'm blowing back with stacks, feel like we really made it. Crazy shit as we been lit, congratulated. You see, I get it, over, enter, and understand it. My niggas great, we really come highly recommended. Cut them at the legs for fuck niggas who can't stand it. Next year gon' be even worse, they gon' be devastated. You niggas goofies, while we bubble like a jacuzzi. The camera's out, my niggas shooting the fucking movie. The way I spit coexist with bullets leaving Uzis. Mayweather the shoulder roll, I'm feeling groovy. Swag it out just a bit, do it like Lil Uzi. Or take the cam approach and start smacking koofies. Glitch nigga, I told these niggas I'm fire flame. Stack, you better tell these niggas it ain't a fucking game. Used to want that off-white Benz until I saw the range. Dead shot, but I'm hitting niggas from close range. I'm in the clouds a lot, like I be flying planes. E&E, my niggas be on the same thing. Glitch. Blowing on the finest of gas, nigga, don't even ask. Sitting low, contemplating about this dough, now you know. Blowing on the finest of gas, nigga, don't even ask. Sitting low, contemplating about this dough, now you know.
Me and Glitch sitting low in this bitch, twisting a fire fruit, about to light the blaze on this track. I hope it's fireproof. It's always monumental bars when we spitting together. Break down two different types of piff, then we mix them together. E&E, we official on every level. Getting this money is a part of our everyday schedule. And when it comes to business, you know I handle that. Something similar to when I was handling packs. 2020 vision got me seeing so clear. No longer a warning, brethren, cause the smoke grid is here. Anyway, we only rolling up Zaza in order to smoke this good. You gotta spend a few dollars. These hoes, they always choosing, they always be trying to holler, especially when I pull up in that bubble body Impala. I ain't got it yet, but I'm about to go cop it. We the elite, got shit popping like a trending topic. Below the wristwatch, eyes covered with Bulgari optics. You smoking Reggie and them packs, y'all really need to stop it. Glitch, tell these niggas we on the up, bitch. And we ain't stopping till all of my niggas done rich. Stacks.
Blowing on the finest of gas, nigga, don't even ask. Sitting low, contemplating about this dough, now you know. Blowing on the finest of gas, nigga, don't even ask. Sitting low, contemplating about this dough, now you know. Blowing on the finest of gas, nigga, don't even ask. Sitting low, contemplating about this dough, now you know. Blowing on the finest of gas, nigga, don't even ask. Sitting low, contemplating about this dough, now you know.